seconds.
Is this where the damn drumming and the music kicks in?
Yeah. What is going on, everybody? Hello and welcome to OTP Tuesday on the Pipe podcast. I'm your host, as always, Tyler Shepherdson, and today is Tuesday, Movember the 4th, 2025 years after zero. That is right. We're rocking the mustache, not on purpose, but we're rocking it now. But thank you for being here. Thank you for joining us. Of course, as always, we are presented by none other than Yamaha Motorcycles, Yamaha USA. Appreciate their support, everything they got going on in the world of off-road racing, including right here as the presenting sponsor of On the Pipe podcast. Did a little Yamaha racing this week overseas in Japan. The whole Ampro Yamaha team went up there. Not the whole team, but you know what I mean. A good bit of them. They went racing in Japan. Caleb Russell leading the effort. Randy Hawkins was racing in Japan. His son was racing. Crew Russell was racing. A lot of good stuff going on over there in Japan. A lot of good stuff from our good friends over at Yamaha. So thank you for being here. Thank you for joining us. You're just in time for an episode of OTP Tuesday. We're joined in here today with Big Tom and Big Rig Craig. And in just a few moments here, about 15 minutes or so, we'll get Johnny Gerard, the New England Ripper, on the line. We'll chat with him and see what's going on. We also got all sorts of results going on. We got NGPC results. We got Works results. We got JDay results. We got Middy's Hair Scramble results. Is that it?
NCHSA.
And we got those all the results coming at you.
Works and NGPC.
National Enduro. Forgot about that one. What'd you say?
Are they Works and NGPC? So you said?
Yeah.
Yeah, and the Gobbler Gator.
So
beginning EPG.
All sorts of fun stuff to talk about today, and yeah, well, we'll get into it. What's going on with you fellas? Both of you guys raced over the weekend. How you feeling? How you doing? How you living?
Sore.
28 going on 40.
It's been a minute.
Yeah, Tom, you ain't racing forever.
Not since Snowshoe. I've probably only rode 4 or 5 times.
I wish we could put a spotlight on his kneecaps right now because you can't even see him anymore.
Yeah, my left one's not good. It's pretty tight and sore and swollen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, I remember that race to Perry Mountain. I remember it being like super hard packed. It was sandy as shit this year.
It's always looked hard packed.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be.
Wetter?
It was perfect. It was as perfect as you can get, and it was a whole shit ton of sand. Weird.
Interesting.
Great day.
Wonder if it has it flooded? I don't know what that place is like. Never been there.
I doubt it. I didn't see any Noah's Arks hanging out. Even boss man Keith Mitchell in the comments already saying NEPG had prime conditions. Too bad the XCW champ on the Yamaha couldn't keep up with me.
Who's the XCW? What?
He's calling me a woman's XC rider.
What is XCW?
That's a KTM.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, yeah, I know that, but
It's hard to talk shit when you don't even know what you're talking shit about, Keith.
Yeah, he calls me an XCW rider. He calls me an XC women's.
did he mean WXC?
Yes.
He did,
I
but I got it, so this sting's there. So I appreciate that, Keith.
Well,
Hope your dog shits on your floor.
how bad he beat you by?
Like 3 minutes total, I think, at the end of the day.
Same row?
No, he was like 20, and I was 24.
That's not enough to make a difference in the track.
Oh no, Rose, he just beat me.
Yeah.
That's
you know usual. What? He's also been doing that shit like every year for the last 10 years, something like that.
Yeah, no excuse though. Smoke my ass. Closer to 5 minutes, Playboy. Appreciate that. Yep. Closer to 5, 4.5.
Give us a break, Keith.
Yeah, why don't you get off my lap, bud?
all around looked like some good conditions everywhere this weekend. Like, we raced up at Hickory, the airport, the longest running race on the Mid-East circuit. I think they've been racing there since 87, but it's been Mid-East since 91. But, I mean, same thing, dude. Like, last week it rained all day, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So thinking it was just going to be an absolute slop fest. Because I think it was supposed to rain Thursday, too, but it ended up not raining. But it turned out to be, like, one of the best conditions I've ever seen at that place, too.
I think it did early in the morning, Thursday.
Yeah.
But I was surprised at Denver, too. Like, that place normally holds water bad, and it was one of the best Denvers I've ever raced, and I've been there a lot. Like, it's 10 minutes from the house.
It's kind of nice
It was
because
sick.
beginning of the year it was so wet, so many motors, and then the typical southeast summertime stuff. It's been so dusty, so it was pretty cool having a good conditions this weekend.
Normally this time of the year, like, that airport race the last few years has been dry as a bone. Dust bowl. So, we've been pretty blessed with some, especially for how dry it's been.
Yeah, getting pretty fired up for some turn track season too. It's coming. Going this weekend or a motocross track this weekend. I know here directly everyone's going to be getting the turn tracks going. Good November. November always has good tracks around North Carolina.
Yeah, we need to get on Steven's ass.
Steven's retired.
Yeah,
retiring the house.
His turn track isn't.
I thought he.
No, not
playing.
yet. Not yet. No. I done told him, I was like, before you turn that into a big ass food plot, we need a damn another good day up there.
Take the Husky out there for you.
No.
Give it a good send-off
Yeah.
out at H&G Acres.
That Husky doesn't need to do anything but sit on a stand.
The Husky?
Yeah.
No, it's getting rode. It's dirty right now, actually. I rode it. Keith Mitchell said Citra in Tennessee this weekend. They had the volunteer sprint enduro. I was actually going to go to that, but I told some buddies that I wasn't going to race this weekend. Then I had another buddy ask me to go to that, and I don't want to drive 3 hours. So,
Keith, riding is more fun than racing these days, dude. Get on board.
no, I like racing, but I just don't want to drive 3 hours.
Exactly. You drive 20 minutes in prime time with all your buddies.
Tyler, what's going on with that mustache? I know you mentioned it earlier on, just you didn't mean to have it, but I mean, we're feeling pretty blessed being this close to it.
Yeah, I tried to trim the beard. Looked like crap. Tried to go a little lower. Looked like even more crap. So I had to shave it off. And then I remembered it was Movember, so
Hey, worked out
it
perfect.
was a good excuse to have it. And then I forgot I had it, so I kept seeing my reflection. I was like, oh yeah, I have a mustache right now.
Nick Rupert told me to tell you to smile. He actually said it to me, but we just wanted to see that.
Shout out Nick Rupert. Yeah. What's the other highlights from the weekend? Sorry, I'm a little bit out of it now. Do you want to go over results? Or you want to do that after?
Do
Do we have enough time? We got 8 minutes.
we can go over some results right quick, huh?
Let's hit the West Coast.
All right.
So we can,
Here's the NGPC.
What we know the least about.
Yeah.
The quickest.
yeah.
What is this?
Don't know many of the storylines coming out of this one.
Other than Mason Simmons lighting the world on fire the first 5 laps. Shit, yeah, brother.
That is crazy. He goes out there last year, just try his hand out, wins every championship he goes to.
And broke his foot and had to miss a couple, still wins.
Yeah, and then goes back, backs it up, and does it again this year.
So this must be from the weekend, the 2025 Laughlin NGPC.
Is that their last one?
I believe so, yeah.
Right on.
So taking the win and the championship, I do believe. Dante Oliveira got that big number 1 plate on his bike. He backs it up, winning the last round of the season. Tyler Lynn on the Honda gets in the number 2 spot, and then it's like GNCC all over again. We got Pro 2 guys up in the mix in the overall. Sam Pretchar, still not sure how you say it, but anyway, he got 3rd place overall. Won the Pro 2 class. Noah Gordon, 4th place overall, 2nd place in the Pro 2 class. And then Cole Zeller was able to round out the podium there in Pro 2, 5th place overall. Meanwhile, Dare DeMartille would end up on the box for the Pro class aboard that Beta machine. Dare also wrapped up that Works Championship this past weekend. Back-to-back Works Champion.
2-time.
And is this 2 or 3 for Dante in a row?
A shit ton. I don't know because, I mean, he won it
Or 4 or 5
2021. He won it in 21 against Taylor Robert, and then I don't think he's been beat since. But I also don't really know about the West Coast stuff.
Yeah. We need to get more plugged in. We still need a West Coast representative so that way they can fill in these gaps that we got out here. But looking down the list, 23rd overall, our pro women's class winner, Ava Silvestri, went out there and got it done. Second place in the pro women's was Michaela Nielsen. And then Ty Woolslayer rounded out the women's pro class podium on the weekend. And then I think in that next tab we got the points. So there we go. Looking at it right there. Taking the win, and every round that counted was a win for Dante Oliveira. I guess when you do that and put those 30s up, the championship is inevitable. He gets the championship, gets it done out there, the NGPC Series. Dare DeMartille finishing up runner-up on the year. And Tyler Lynn, top 3 on that Honda for the season out at the NGPC Series. And then
I like how they do the points with the small number as the result.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it makes it a lot easier to be able to get on there and see it in a flash instead of trying to figure out, wait, if it's that many points, then they probably got second or third.
Yep.
Down in the Pro 2 Series wrap-up, Mason Simmons, as we just mentioned, buddy of the program, goes out there, gets it done again, keeps that number 1 plate. I would say keeps it on his bike, but he'll be moving up with the big boys next year. As we talked to him a couple weeks ago, good conversation. Let us know about his program and everything he's got going on for next year. So we'll be excited to see Mason step into those ranks on a regular basis. He raced, didn't he race this weekend? Oh, he raced Works this past weekend in the Pro 1 class.
He run this one, whatever this is.
This was 2 weeks ago. Remember, we almost got to it at the end of the show last week, but it was a really long show, so we didn't talk about it. So this is actually October 25th.
Yeah.
All right, on.
But just wanted to kind of go through it and see what was going on, check out with our West Coast brethren. Second place on the year, Sam Pretschar, which I believe it was them two that came down to the battle last year, right?
Yeah, it was really close. Yeah.
Yeah. Mason Simmons, all he does is win, 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 no matter what, except round 1 and 8. But you get the point. Cole Zeller would round out the top 3 in Pro 2 on the Husqvarna. Kai Iao in the number 4 spot. Pro Women's. Taking home the championship in the NGPC Series was Michaela Nielsen getting it done. Ava Silvestri up there in the mix. She settles for second place overall on the year. And Ty Woolslayer would round out the top 3.
Top finish in Yamaha. Right on.
In the women's class, top finish in Yamaha. Let's see. I think Works we got pulled up there. I think they're the last 2.
That's JDay.
Oh, that's JDay.
Mid-East.
That one.
Right on.
There we go. So this was this past weekend. Why does that say November 4th? That's today. Oh, that's point standings. Okay. Go tab before that.
There we go.
There we go.
No, that's
getting it
points.
figured out. That's points 2.
This is going to be National
Go
Enduro.
to the third one.
This one.
There we go.
Yeah.
Friday, October 31st. A little Halloween racing action. See, I knew I saw Mason Simmons somewhere in the dang 450 class. Tyler Lynn would take the final Works Racing win of the season, taking the number 1 spot. Mason Simmons in the number 2 spot, and Dare DeMartille rides it in for a podium finish to wrap up that back-to-back Works Racing overall championship. I think there's a little drop down right there at the top left where we can head to our 250 Pro class. Taking the win was Noah Gordon on a KTM, Jake Alvarez on a Cowie, and Dustin Davis rounding out the podium with a 3rd place finish. Lyndon Snodgrass race this weekend?
Yeah, it looks like it on a 250.
That man's just jumping back and forth, coast to coast, trying to make it happen.
From the Dirty D, still representing.
He was supposed to race that last NGPC race, and on the way there got called and said, "Gotcha, bitch!" And didn't have a bike, and
Hopped on a flight to Ironman.
Yeah, then he made the late calls to go to Indiana to race Ironman.
Dude, am I cracked out? Where's the pro women at?
Right there's women. I don't know if that's pro women.
Bottom. There you go. Yep.
Shit. Ah! Well,
they should have made them easier to read. Go to them points real quick. No, I do want to shout out the women. Women are good at riding the dirt bikes.
why
I like to give them their light.
No, we're not mad.
We're
Not mad about that. I'm just
Scroll
mad
all the way to
because
the top, see if they're up there.
this is freaking ridiculous.
We run a loose program.
It's the off season.
I saw woman something. Maybe it was
There's
women
women C.
No, that's women C.
There's women A.
Pro 125, Vet Pro. Scroll down a little bit. This is a learning process.
Women A.
Dude, this is ridiculous.
Women Pro. Right under Junior Vet A. Yep.
Right on.
There's
All
Check
right.
us out, brother.
There we go. Simple as that, dude. Lauren Woods was the winner in the women's pro class. Dana Rayner in the number 2 spot. That's fun to say. And Rachel Burton rounding out the top 3. Louise Forsley racing.
Is that Tyler's sister? Rachel?
It's Burton.
Oh,
Not Burton.
not Brutton.
You got the letters backwards.
Louise Forsley. I did not know she was on a beta now. She was riding Hardenduro for sure taco.
Let's share taco about it.
Shocker.
We're on now.
She's on something different than what
points.
she started.
Real quick, looking at the point stats, if Johnny G is on here looking at us right now or watching the show, trying to wait for us to come on, he's like, what did I sign myself up for? But nonetheless, like we mentioned, taking back-to-back Works Racing Overall Championships, Dare DeMartille gets it done. Tyler Lynn finishes the year's 2nd place. And Hayden Flores ends up with the number 3 spot overall for the season. See if we can jump real quick to 250 points. Mason Simmons, Meso,
Shout
getting it
out.
done. Taking the overall championship there in the Pro 250 class. Noah Gordon in 2nd, Jake Alvarez with your top 3. And can we see women's pro real quick?
Yeah, my bad. I was sitting there reading.
That's tough for you, isn't it?
It's a crazy thing for you to say to me.
Oh, ATVs.
Brother, I don't mean to do this.
This is tough.
Right there.
How many classes they
Good
have?
thing we do this prepared and not live on the program. That would be an issue.
Yeah, it's okay.
Lauren Woods takes championship. Dana Rayner and Isla Phillips round out your top 3 for the women's pro class. With that being said, that caps our West Coast racing action.
Had a lot to elaborate on that.
Yeah. Well, I don't know what to do. I can read the results.
Dude, they really don't have any kind of a turnout like we do. Like, the turnouts are so much different over there, it looks like.
Can you see the overall?
Well, even the ones I went to, like, it was just way different.
Yeah, it's wild.
I was going to say that all I can do is read the results, and anyone can do that. But as we just learned, it's not as easy to look up the results. So
Yeah, some of us can't do it.
we're still doing a service to the people. You know what I mean? Waiting on our production crew to
Dial up the phone a friend. Come on now.
Are you ready for Big John? Big John G.
seamless transitions over here. Yeah, we're gonna dial in our first guest of the night. I want to remind you guys that if you're looking for a financial advisor, Zach Tussle is always my first recommendation. Zach is a racer and a financial advisor and a good buddy of the program, and he can help you save when it comes to retirement or planning for retirement. Hit him up, TussleInvestments.com, or find him on the socials. Let him know you listen to OTP, and you can get a free consultation and find out exactly what it is he can do for you, how he can help, and how much money you can make.
Big Tyler calling Denver Health and Fitness.
Oh, I'm a new member. They called me, bud. Checking in with the YouTube comments here. The GG actually got some rains this year. Yeah, good game to you too, bud. No.
The what?
The
Gobbler
getter.
Oh.
I knew he was talking about. Cetra in Tennessee this weekend. Cetra. I forgot. Down here it's Cetra. Up there it's Netra.
What is going on?
They need to all get on the same page with this.
on.
Moto Fro, New England legend from one to another with the $50, dude. Thank you, Moto Fro, for helping us out. And thank you for representing this past weekend at JDay. We got some technical difficulties going on here, but we're going to get it sorted out and figured out.
What?
You're having a stroke over here.
What is? It's not working.
Motofro says, thanks for keeping our OTP Tuesdays the most consistent this year. We did it. We did it, boys. I think we only missed a couple episodes here and there. Our guest, Johnny, is on the phone, but it is not.
Look what it's doing.
What the? Enter full screen.
It's freaking out.
There
here.
we go.
Kind of.
I don't know why we got that.
Let's try calling him right back. Let's see what's going
Johnny,
on.
we're going to call you right back,
We're going
brother.
to call you right back, Johnny.
Maybe. What the fuck?
I don't know that he can hear us.
This was our first show of the season.
Dude, I'm about to have a heart attack.
No, yeah, hit the thing. Why was it small like that? You see that?
I don't know. I saw Johnny
There we
get
go.
on his phone and then turn it, but then I didn't know what happened before that.
There it is.
All right, now it
See,
looks
take
like
two. We got it.
Okay.
Check
Full
us
screen.
out, John.
As simple as that.
Uh-uh.
Dude, that was as easy as finding our
Results.
damn results. But now, with no further delay, welcoming to the program, he's the 2024 GNCC XC1 and overall champion. We got to throw those together now. 2023 and 24 Sprint Enduro champion. He was the 2021 XC2 champ. He was the 20 and 21 Sprint Enduro champ back in the OG full gas days. And he is an 87-time JDay off-road champion and New England legend. Welcome to the program once again, dude. Johnny Gerard. What's going on, Johnny G?
Oh, pretty good, pretty good. Just got done riding a little while ago and hanging out.
Heck yeah. Where are you at right now?
In my house in the sunroom.
Well, I meant like, what's North Carolina? All right.
Yeah.
He's a local, bud.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I didn't know. Go ahead.
Just moved down here, you know, about 5 years ago.
Well, hey man, it's the off season. You could have been back up in New England. You could have been down at Club in South Carolina. You know, we're feeling it out. All right.
Yeah. I'm actually going to Colorado the 18th to do some elk hunting with Sean Remington. So
Sick.
Oh, really?
that'll be cool.
Hell yeah. Screw North Carolina, brother. And Massachusetts. Screw them both.
How
We'll
were
have
you
to
able to get a
Colorado.
tag?
We played the lottery in April and ended up getting picked. So
Dude, that's
here we are. It's here before we know it.
That's a big win in itself. I tried to go
Yeah.
on a couple Colorado hunts and I never won the lottery. I'm jealous.
Yeah. Yeah, it was the first time I played too, and yeah, it worked out. So.
You have to slip a 20 in. Got to slip a 20 in to
Yeah.
get your damn check mark.
Yeah.
Did you go buy a legit lottery ticket that night?
No.
Oh,
No.
you should have. Might have
I
been your
know.
lucky day.
Right? No, I've never been lucky on scratch tickets. I've had buddies hit for 10 grand. My buddy hit one morning. We were going to cut trees, and we never went and cut trees. So that was pretty cool.
Heck yeah. Damn, dude,
And,
10 grand on a
yeah.
scratch off?
Yeah, hit 10 grand at Mobile in the morning at the gas station, filling up the trucks.
Damn, went straight to the state capitol.
Dude.
Cashed that sucker in.
My first one ever, I hit $500, and then I've never hit more than 5 ever since then.
Yeah.
It's ruined it.
That'd be a good one to get a little 10K action. I think I'd call out for the day too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, for sure.
But man, what's been going on? I know you popped up on us at the Penton. I wasn't expecting you to be there, and all of a sudden look over, you're sitting there. Johnny G is back. I came up, talked to you on the line, man. I know you had a lot of stuff going on this season. What's the overall viewpoint from the season as you look back on it?
It's been tough. I think I got the Epstein-Barr health issues just from struggling moving around houses and stuff like that. Kind of wanted out of my house. Was looking for land, couldn't find land, ended up putting our house on the market. It sold. We were kind of just moving all around, moved down to Club, and then we were in an RV, and then it got too cold, and it was just a mess, honestly. I think I moved like 4 houses by myself this spring, and
All right, so now is it really that unreasonable to ask where you were at when you said you were at home?
Oh man, it feels good to be sitting here, honestly. But yeah, just totally stressed myself out, and yeah, I'm the type of person that's just like I'm gonna do this right now. Like, watch me, and I probably should ask for help. So yeah, just kind of overloaded myself with stress, and Yeah, doing too many things and then trying to train on top of it, and yeah, it was just kind of a nightmare of a spring. Kind of folded myself up, my own fault really. Just like I said, not asking for help, and just being He-Man and saying, "Look, I'm going to do this right now, and I don't need help." And it bit me kind of. Was kind of feeling it. A little bit before Florida, and then Florida, I just didn't eat lunch and smoked myself there for sure, and I think that just topped it right off. And then heading into Camp Coker, I didn't really feel that great, and didn't really ride great the first 3 laps, and then kind of just came down in that like whatever 4 to 5 mile loop they put in a couple of years ago, kind of the sandy 2-tracky stuff, and kind of just ping ponged off a couple trees and didn't go down, didn't crash or anything like that. Just yeah, I got really confused and just blurry vision really quickly there, and yeah, I just rang the side of my bell, and I've had more concussions than I can count, and it really wasn't anything serious, and it didn't really affect me right away, honestly. It was like a week or two down the road, and then really loud ringing in my ears, and just like all sorts of like post-concussion syndromes, and yeah, just like kind of came out of nowhere, and it was a little delayed, but yeah, just I actually practiced 2 days the week before the Old Gray, signed up to race, pedaled the track, and just started feeling really weird. And yeah, pulled out of the race like an hour before the race, and went home and seen some neurosurgeons, and yeah, just was doing a lot of hyperbaric chambers and neurosurgeon appointments, and just trying to get my noggin squared away, because yeah, it was weird. It definitely this one hit me different and made me think differently and feel differently, and not in good ways. So it was a little scary. Still dealing with it, I would say. I got some brain scans going on tomorrow, and starting like therapy and stuff, and yeah, just trying to get back to normal. And I'll never be normal, never was to start, but yeah, just back to just feeling like myself, and trying to you know, just be happy, and see the light in the day and stuff. So yeah, it's been a tough season. A lot of dark days, a lot of other injuries. Smashed my hand at the 6 days camp, like literally the third time back riding from Camp Coker, and had to take another break, and then went and raced 6 days, and ate more pain medicine and Toradol shots and Advil than my liver could handle, and yeah, made it through that. Did really good. Surprised myself. Top 10. I was good with a broken hand. I'll take it with the best in the world. Came home from 6 days. Was gonna go riding with Cody, and reached my broken hand up in an old bib moose that was stuck to the tire. Went to rip it out. Just like heard this pop slash felt this weird feeling in my hand again, and geared up anyway, and made it like 10 minutes into the warm-up, just cruising around. I parked my bike. I'm like, I'm done, Cody, you can ride. I'm something's wrong. So called Timmy, and I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna be able to make it to the Boy Scout race. I just re-injured my hand, and then
Those
took a couple more weeks off.
calls.
Saturday, decided to ride for the first time again, after letting my hand rest for another, week and a half or 2 weeks or so. Did some motos at my house, was feeling good, riding all by myself. Ended up just kicking this massive rock in the middle of the track. Last lap, last moto, broke my big toe. Hurt really bad, but it wasn't too gnarly. I was like really painful for like 3 days, and then it was manageable to do other things. I didn't ride right away. And then think like the next time I decided to get on the bike, just doing a fun trail ride in Mount Airy with Ryder Lafferty. Cruising, standing up, he's following me around, I was following him around, just trail riding, having fun, doing hill climbs. Made a little like sand track down by the river, and cruising, ended up on this off-camber rocky section, ended up smoking this little rock with my front tire that just whiplashed me down to the left, crushed my ankle in between the bike and the ground, thing blew up like a balloon.
Oh my God.
Didn't think anything of it. Yeah, went to bed that night, was fine, walking on it. Woke up the next morning, went to step out of bed to go take a piss, and literally almost fell on the ground. I was like, what the hell? And so I sat there and iced it for like a half a day, and I'm like, man, dude, I can't put any weight on my ankle. This is bad. I'm going to go get an x-ray. So went and got an x-ray, and they're like, nah, you're good. It's probably just a bad sprain or like a bruise contusion type deal if you squashed it in between the bike and the ground. Sometimes sprains can hurt worse than breaks, so that's where your pain's coming from. He's like, just freaking work it, walk on it, abuse it, and it'll get better faster. So I walked out of there and walked around in pain for like 2 or 3 days, and that got better. And then put a little bit more time on the bike. I think I got a total of maybe 10 rides throughout the whole year at this point. And I was like, yeah, let's go to the John Petton. And didn't feel that great there. I mean, I was fine riding with the pack. I guess it was cool. Rode with Stu, made a handful of passes, botched the hill and got stuck on the hill, let a bunch of people go by me. Got stuck on a second hill the same lap. Lost like 40 seconds in the John Petton section, like a squid for sure. Then I came around the second lap right after the finish line area there, and I came around this fast like right-hander, and Grant was laying in the track, so I decided to go throw my bike up around the corner so no one ran him over, because I almost ran him over, and just pulled him off the track and went and got him some help and got going. But I was about 8 minutes late there from the rest of the pack, so I just decided to ride, get the 3 hours under my belt, put a little charge on the last couple laps, ghosted my bike the 5th lap, ghosted my bike like the 3rd or 4th lap in the creek, got the grips all covered in that nasty Ohio mud. It felt like ice, so I was sitting there wiping my gloves off. Took me like a half a lap to get traction on my grips again, and then the last lap I did a good push, and then not much more riding, and then we went to Ironman, and here I am, not that many rides on the bike, more time on the couch. The John Petton really didn't, prove to myself nothing. So I didn't really know where I was at, but I was riding around the first 3 laps and felt kind of like a little girl, kind of couldn't pin it across the whoops and the chop. My arms just weren't strong enough, or the blood wasn't flowing enough to do that. Got a good start. Practice starts, a bunch of them Friday and Saturday, and was like, I'm getting a good start. Executed a good start, and then it kind of started going backwards, and I'm like, man, this 3-hour thing's tough. And then at pit, kind of just flipped that switch, and it was on. And I kept looking back, and I honestly thought it was Stu. And I'm like, here we go. And I turned around and kind of gave him a little fist pump like that. And I was like, let's go. The train's going. And it was Grant. And, we've done that too and stuff at Big Buck Around and Snowshoe. And I didn't know it was Grant till we came to the checkered flag, and I turned around and looked at him. But, it was a good push, and I'm proud of it. And I, didn't have that much time on the bike, so it's definitely something to build off of, something to be positive towards in this off season. And yeah, get ready for next year, and I'd like to be a threat for that title again.
Yeah, dude, that's a lot. So you answered all of our questions. Thanks for coming on the show. We'll see you next time.
Yeah.
No,
I was taking you through my ear.
yeah. No, it's awesome. Like everything that you said, I'm like in the back of my mind, I was like, oh, I gotta ask about that. Oh, I gotta ask about that. But no, man, it's crazy when you talk about that whole thing and put it all together and what you've been through this year. But since you finished with Ironman, let's start at Ironman. You mentioned you guys you thought it was Stu at the time, but it was Grant. Obviously, Grant is trying to ride his way into another ride, so he's been riding really good here lately. But I mean, you come through the line, you guys were wheel to wheel coming through. And what was it like to just kind of, after everything that you just said, all those injuries, all this year, dealing with the injuries and still dealing with brain scans and all that, what was it like to come through and get on the podium to finish out the year?
It was good. It felt good. That was a goal of mine, obviously, going into the Penton, and like, hey, I'd like to land on the box because I know GNCC's, it's who's fast and stuff, but it's also just a big mind game. So you got to tell yourself what you want to do, and if you tell yourself you can't, then you're not going to do it, type deal. So, yeah, I mean, obviously, let's throw John Penton out the window because I pulled over and helped a friend. So yeah, going in the Ironman kind of felt the same way, and yeah, I was definitely proud of myself, and it wasn't obviously without a battle, and I was riding around those last 2 laps, and I'm like, I'd ripped like a mile or two, and I couldn't hear Grant, and he just rides the bike so good in the tall gear, and yeah, I'm like, man, I get out in the field section and like rail a big berm and kind of look behind me when railing it, and I'm like, I haven't heard him for a while, maybe he's gone, and he's like lurking 5-10 bike lengths right behind me, and I'm like, he's still there, get away from me. So yeah, that was cool. I mean, it's always cool, and to ride with someone like that and get hooked up in the freight train. I feel like you push each other, and yeah, I would say it was a good solid Ironman, solid way to get back on the podium, and solid race with Grant.
Yeah, and I mean, you kind of talk about it too. There's no replacement for the intensity of that 3 hours at a GNCC, and so obviously Penton, you were in the mix, you were battling with some guys, but as you mentioned, kind of, I don't want to say threw the race away, because helping Grant, I don't think that's throwing the race away. That was good on you to kind of stop and be with him, but to come down to the wire at Ironman, what was it like to get the juices flowing again, to be in that battle, to be on that podium spot, and just coming down to the wire, like to get that intensity back, since it had been so long since you had been at a GNCC and up there this season?
Yeah, it felt good. Like you said, you can practice and pound your head in the ground all week and ride as much as you want, but until you get on the starting line with everybody else and get the butterflies and those feelings and race for the 3 hours, like I said, the Penton, I kind of rode for 3 hours, but I didn't race for 3 hours. So to get that racy feeling back and know, hey, look, I'm still not still, but heading in the right direction and in that ballpark, and I'm not too far out of it, just not knowing where I was all year and not knowing much, because I just haven't raced, and obviously 6 days in sprints are a much different animal, and not anybody but anyone can go fast for 5 minutes and pull off the track and take a deep breath. It's the 3 hour thing is just its own animal. So like you said, just being away from it for so long, I was proud of it, and yeah, feel good, feel like I'm heading in the right direction, and just keep building, and it's also been tough fighting the Epstein-Barr thing too, so I haven't been able to put like big workload weeks in and stuff, and kind of train like an animal. I've had to come at it with a different approach, and Jacob Fette's actually been helping me with that, and he has I would say some knowledge and whatever past experience dealing with Epstein-Barr. So yeah, it was someone good. I feel like to have in my corner that's been there, done that, kind of knows the steps to take because I'm a hardhead guy. I'll be like, I feel good. Let's go. Let's train all day today, and then be smoked tomorrow. So yeah, just needed a little direction in that, and someone that kind of knew what direction to point me in, and yeah. So that was good. Good having him and getting myself feeling back to normal and be able to go. Put in some long days down in Florida this winter and have a good off season and come out and feel more like myself next year.
That's sweet, man. And I kind of want to change subjects a little bit. So you mentioned trail riding up in Mount Airy with Ryder, which is kind of interesting because I've seen some videos pop up, some like super gnarly hill climbs up there. So is there a lot of trail riding in Mount Airy?
So where we were, it's privately owned. Guy Mike, actually, I met him through Eric Geese, and this guy Mike kind of maintains the property. Yeah, leased property. I guess he leases it from his buddy or so, but I think it's like 60 or 80 acres or so, and there's some cool hill climbs and stuff there and stuff. But yeah, I would say there's quite a bit of riding in Mount Airy. Mount Airy, I feel like all up. I'm like 28 minutes from Mount Airy now in King and near like Pilot Mountain and stuff, but I feel like it's pretty mountainous and yeah, definitely some good riding spots there.
I'm trying to find that. Johnny's Hill is what it was called. You ever heard of that?
No.
It's your hill.
Yeah, it's your hill, brother. What do you mean?
There's a bounty on it because nobody's ever made it.
Johnny's Hill, North Carolina.
Let's see.
That guy's a fool, or he ain't gonna make it.
Well, there's a bunch of videos. Anyway, they just popped up, so it's funny you said that. Like I don't know if you've seen the Hill Killer videos up in. I know you have in Ohio.
In Ohio,
but it's like that same kind of group of guys that stretch their shit out, and all they do is do hill climbs with no helmets and no shirts. And
man, I like to do that stuff too. Man. I don't like my shit getting hot. Big 450 likes to damn overheat too. I need me an XR2. I need the XR200 to run so we can go do stuff like that. But
we're trying to plan a big brown ride day. You've rode brown much?
Yeah. Yep. I've been there a couple times. I actually just went there I don't know, like a month ago or something like that.
We're trying to get a big group to go up there maybe sometime around Thanksgiving. It's normally dialed.
Nice. It's like 2 hours, but it's not too bad.
Ah, that's close.
Yeah.
Yeah. Eric's still never been there too. He keeps saying he's going to come out, so maybe we can get the boys.
Eric, he came out once.
Oh yeah, so maybe that was before. He kept saying he was going to come out, and he finally did, I reckon.
Yep.
Man, Johnny, sorry to change subjects again, but just going back to the ISDE thing, I don't think many people knew that you broke your hand going over there. And you did it, like you mentioned, at the ISDE training camp. So dealing with that over there, I know you mentioned toward all shots and doing things to manage the pain, but what was it like, dude? That's already 6 days of grueling racing. And you've been there quite a few times. You've seen success there. And then you go over there already kind of a step behind, just being hurt and injured. And then you end up becoming the top American finisher and, like you said, top 10 overall. So what was it like kind of getting through that week in already gnarly conditions and adding a broken hand on top of it for 6 days of racing?
Yeah, the first day was pretty good, honestly. I felt good. The tracks were smooth. It was muddy and stuff, so I guess we were going fast, obviously, but a little bit slicker conditions, I guess, tiptoeing a little bit more. And then the second day, there was a gravel pit test, and it got whooped out in big, like, planted boulders and stuff, and just a nasty test. It was fun, but nasty for my hand, and square edge bumps, big whoops. Just got, like, a sand pit that's been ridden for 30 years. And so day one was pretty good. Day two, I went back to the paddock and drove back to the hotel, like, with my head in my lap, like, man, dude, we got 4 more days of racing, and I feel like a little girl right now. And kind of just that night, I was like, dude, you can, cry and rest when you get home. You made a commitment, and don't let your team down. Don't just come over here and ride your heart out, and it is what it is, and kind of just flip that mental switch in my head. And so it's gonna hurt, but like I said, I talked with Auntie and stuff, and I was like, if I need to rest my hand when I get home, so be it. And he was all cool with it. And yeah, kind of just after that, it was like, hey, I this is painful, but I can do it. And it started getting better. Day 3 was, it hurt, but we got a new test. And then day 4, the test got a little bit rougher, and it hurt a little more. And then day 5, I think we had some new tests, some old tests, and then the moto race obviously was pretty short, so I knew I could get through that. And honestly, my hands started feeling better, and I was prepared to race the GNCC at the Boy Scout camp. And then, like I said, I messed it up again, and that was kind of the end of that.
Dang. Well, go ahead, Craig.
I was going to tell you, so I think we rode together. That was the last time you rode before you went to overseas, when we were on the motocross track, the Olson compound. And so you were trying it out that day, and you were still doing stuff like, you're like, well, I got to race in like a week, so I need to at least see if the hand's going to hold up. And Johnny's like tripling in and stuff, and he's like, man, it actually feels pretty good. But my question was, so obviously I know where you guys did the ISE training camp at, and other than, I'm assuming you hit your hand on a stake, correct? Is that how you broke it?
Yeah.
How was that track and like setting up? Because I've seen some of the other IST training camps, but how was it this year where we had it, and like the track and everything set up? Was it pretty spot on? Because I've seen some of the grass track cross sections they made, and it looked pretty whipped out and gnarly. So I just wanted to see what you thought about the track and everything, kind of how it transpired over to actually racing.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, we're in America, and that, the race was in Italy, so it's different. But I feel like at first I kind of was like, the woods is a little tight to be training for 6 days. But honestly, after we went over to Italy and started walking the tests, a couple enduro tests actually got cut out for environmental reasons or whatnot. The police came in, or environmental police came in, like, I don't know, 3 days before the race, 2 days before the race, and like, oh, no, you can't ride here, you can't ride here. So they cut like 1 in half, and then took out all the woods. It was like a hybrid test, like field woods, and then the other enduro test they just cut out, and then they made a new test, and it was done the morning, like the day or two. We had 1 day to walk this test. Everyone, like, all the countries walked it at one time, I'm assuming. We had it the last day before we raced. They're like, all right, here's a new test. Here's the coordinates. Go walk it. Like, yeah. So they kind of sprung that on us right at the end. But, yeah, I mean, the grass, obviously, it's you can't, really mess that up. And then the woods ended up kind of, to the enduro test over in Italy, they were kind of, spot on, I guess. They were, tight, single tracky, and some open stuff down in the creek and the rocks and stuff. And yeah, so I mean, I think it was a good spot to have the camp. And like I said, obviously you're not going to get the riverbed rocks, and obviously North Carolina red clay is different than the dirt in Italy. But as good as it could get, it was I think it was good and helpful, and close to the same, as close as we could get it.
Yeah. And obviously every country's different. Like I've been down to where they had the ISD in Valparaiso, Chile. I think you went that year as well. Like I've seen obviously the videos, and I've been to the one place in Chile, and we had this conversation on the podcast a couple times about if they had the ISDE in America, where would it be? Obviously we would love for it to be better for Americans because I feel like everyone on their home turf has a little bit better of an advantage. But if we had it here, where do you think it would have to be? Like, I don't think it could be in like tight woods, obviously, because you don't want to have the issue with people catching other people, and I feel like some of the videos we've seen, it being more open is a little bit easier for passing and stuff. But where do you think it would have to be here, or where would you like it to be if you had like kind of like a preference?
I'm not sure, honestly. I'll pick a bunch of different places. I'd like some sand tests down in Florida, and then some of the grass tracks like in PA, like high voltage or just wherever, the Cary Resources grass track, or there's just some pretty sick grass tracks in PA, and obviously out west would be a good spot to have it. Out in the desert, it'd be like Argentina kind of, so that would be cool. But I know there was talk about 6 days coming over here, and they were thinking like, I thought they were thinking like West Virginia, PA area, or what kind of the rumor was. So, I mean, I think it would be some pretty bitchin' grass tracks, but the woods will definitely be technical and gnarly.
I've heard some rumblings of around the Boy Scout camp.
Boy Scout camp, yeah, that would be West Virginia. So yeah.
Yeah, at least that area, like the transfer trail and like the roads, wouldn't be super like high populated. Like obviously there's 77 and 64 or whatever that is. But I think that an area like that, at least it'd be safe for guys to be on the 2-lane highways. I don't know. I think they got to think about a lot of that stuff over here because we have a lot more. I feel like we have a lot more traffic in a lot of spots.
Johnny, where do you think that we would need to have it to have the most advantage? Like for y'all's skill sets compared to the European skill sets, like what kind of terrain over here would suit you guys best?
I mean, I just from past experience, I guess, and just seeing like results and stuff. I mean, honestly, I feel like out west in the desert would be one of our better options, because look what we did in Argentina and stuff. And granted, there was 3 West Coast guys and myself, an East Coast guy, but I figured like, if we got some East Coast like gnarly stuff, and I'm from New England, so I grew up riding the rocks and the roots and stuff. But in Italy this year, in Spain last year, those guys handed it to us in the technical, wet, gnarly stuff, pretty badly. So I would say, in my personal opinion, the best shot of us all, winning or being up there would be like a faster, like more deserty thing, because they, we all go down to Argentina, and the Europeans and whatever, they don't race that stuff a lot. So I feel like it's like an even playing ground when you go down there. It's new to everybody, more so even, not obviously. I've ridden the desert twice in my life, and it was like a 6 days camp and maybe like a KTM photo shoot. But yeah, just growing up ripping the sand and stuff like that. Obviously, it's not exactly like that, but kind of just being able to hammer stuff and having a little bit of a motocross background and stuff. I feel like it helped me. So yeah, I feel like Americans, something like obviously Argentina, they did really good. I think we win it there twice, or was it just 23?
It's a great question.
Where was 16 and 19? One, Portugal, and what other one?
Shoot, I don't
I
know.
honestly have no clue.
I'm on it. Hold on.
Yeah. I don't know. I just feel like in the past, I don't know, 4 years or so, we've had our obviously our best race in the desert.
Well, I mean, and just from my perspective, like looking the last couple years, I always like in my mind thought it'd have to be like West Virginia or somewhere super rocky. But then you go and you watch an Enduro GP and you watch Verona and Garcia ride like on the edge of like gnarly shit. Like all the super tests and stuff are gnarly. And so we had the Full Gas Championship. We have U.S. Sprint Enduro, you know, but neither one of those ever that I've rode have like stuff like that in them. Like they're almost like it's a lot different. It's like if you had a Sprint Enduro at a Netra. That is what a lot of the stuff they're racing every weekend. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's gnarly. Yeah, and like I mean, I made like a couple mistakes, but nothing like 30 seconds mistakes. And like that enduro test that we started this past year in Italy and did the enduro cross track, and then went up over the mountain. Yeah, I mean Verona beat us by like I don't know, me and Grant and Josh. I mean, good enduro riders, you know, here in America, and I mean we got waxed by like 30 seconds in one test. It was just crazy. Like, and I didn't want to go any faster. I didn't feel safe going any faster. The rocks and the ground's different over there, and just different from what we ride. You know, it's the rocks over there are a lot different than the rocks in West Virginia, I believe. So.
And so we talked about it too. Like you won several Sprint Enduro championships here in the U.S. Full Gas, U.S. Sprint Enduro, that whole thing. So like as far as like I know that the conditions are a lot different, but from the track layout and track format, I've never been over to an ISDE yet. How similar or different is like our Sprint Enduro racing here in the U.S. versus what the actual ISDE tests are when you get over there?
I would say some are similar. I would say what holds ISD apart from a series over here is they have super technical, gnarly stuff. They have these big, nasty sends that's like make it or break it. There's always this big sketchy jump that you could die if you gaze it, and they just don't do that shit over here. They make it a friendly track for kids and sea riders and everybody all day. So yeah, they might add a section in here or there, or cut the kids and stuff like that. But I feel like the biggest separator is that type of stuff, the technical stuff, the dumb stuff that's you're walking the test over at 6 days and you're like, this test looks dumb, I guess, you know, or looks like it's just gonna be hard to get through.
That one this year where it was like a big like downhill and then flat and then downhill, and a couple dudes were going all the way off to flat.
Dude.
Yeah. And then I'm walking around 8 days before the race, and I'm like, I got a broken hand, so I probably shouldn't do that.
Did you end up hitting it too?
I didn't. I just honestly, it might have been a couple tenths faster. Corey Steed actually hit it. But I think she was the first American to hit it, honestly.
Yeah.
I told y'all I
could be
saw a
wrong
video
about
of her
that,
hitting it.
but I think so. But yeah, I just kind of came off of it and skimmed the second one and skimmed down. I don't think it was much slower, honestly, and it was a much safer, less painful route.
Dude, that thing looked like riding off of a second-story building to flat.
Gnarly. And then did you see? I forget his name. The Italian there hitting the one next to it going up the hill, and he just gets the hucklebuck and
I saw that.
Dude, so he wrecked hard twice in that
Yeah.
test. He did that twice. So he wrecked there, and then there's another spot. They're both on camera.
He wrecked earlier in the test, up in the backfield, and then that was his second crash. Yeah.
Is that the same?
Freaking gnarly, huh?
Is that the same one that Joseph cased and then just kept digging like it didn't phase him.
I think that was the big gravel pit stuff.
Yeah,
up?
that was a little bit. That one was different.
Yeah.
But that guy, he's on a TM, right? Or was it a Sherco? Either way, that's the guy that he had. Both of his wrecks were on video. And they were both like viral. Like, I seen those before I even seen any other kind of coverage of the ISDE. I seen those in the morning when I woke up. I was like, oh, dude, this guy ate shit. And I got to looking and I was like, holy crap, he did it twice. Hell yeah.
Yeah,
He got back up, dude. They looked gnarly.
Yeah.
That looked nutty. Yeah, man. It's cool to kind of walk through the year and see what you've been through this year. We mentioned the GNCC overall championship before, and obviously, or last year rather, coming into it with the number 1 plate. So you got the win in Florida. I know it didn't turn into the season that you wanted, but I mean, this year training down at Club MX and training with that whole group. What was that whole experience like? I know typically it's a lot of time in Florida, so it changed it up a little bit down in South Carolina, but you guys had another big group around you and took the training before or to get ready for the GNCC season.
Yeah, no, that was cool. I would say it's definitely a lot colder than what I've been used to the last 4 years, so that part wasn't that cool. But yeah, a lot of really cool motocross tracks down there. Fast people, obviously. Maxwell and Cody Schock, all those guys are super fast on the moto track and cool to, I didn't get to do much riding with them, but after Camp Coker, I think, when I kind of parked the bike for a little bit, the guys got to do some motos with them on the moto track. They were kind of training Supercross when I was down there earlier, but yeah, it was cool, and the woods was fun and stuff. Definitely, I would say for the first 4 rounds or so, it was good. And then, obviously, there's not much rock down there or stuff, so it's hard to train down there as a woods rider, I feel, when the races come north. Obviously, it's doable, and I think Ben was down there most of the year. But yeah, I think it was a pretty cool place to be at. I think the winter was definitely a little bit colder. Like I said, it kind of froze the pipes up on my RV. And yeah, but yeah, I mean, it was it's yeah, definitely a cool place. Cool moto tracks. Feel like it's more friendly towards the moto group. Obviously, that's why they built it. But yeah, just cool to go ride some pretty sick pro moto tracks.
Yeah, I bet. Well, cool, man. Really appreciate you taking the time out and joining us. I know it's been a while since we've had you on the program, so cool to get you back on and kind of hear about the season and how things went. And yeah, wish you good luck with everything. I know you got the growing family and new house here in North Carolina, so good luck as you head into this off season and begin the prep next year. Maybe get that number 1 plate back.
Yes, sir. Thank you, guys. It was good talking to you.
All right, man. Thanks, Johnny. We'll talk to you later on.
See you, bud.
See you.
Yeah.
So that was Johnny Gerard, the JG Ripper.
I want to ask him about JDay.
Yeah. And so
That was the perfect time to do it.
speaking
Well,
of
you know what?
JDay, I feel like that was an abrupt ending. I hate that. I was trying to transition out of it, but breaking news during the show. Speaking of JDay, we actually have the recently crowned JDay overall champion Justin Cokinos. He's going to be coming on the show to chat with us as well. So from one New England legend to another, we'll be talking to him here in just a few minutes. But yeah, it's to hear him kind of go in detail, because Johnny, by the way, and going through the year, it's like kind of you heard some stuff but didn't really know some stuff, and the broadcast would kind of touch on it but not really touch on it. And so it's like for the vast majority of people, it's like we had no idea what was going on, what he was going through. And so that first question just kind of about his year, and to hear all of the stuff that he did.
God, it's been a lot.
From his ankle to the Epstein-Barr to head injury to the hand injury to getting brain scans tomorrow. It's been a hell of a year for damn JG.
Probably one he wants to forget.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the good thing about it, obviously, is, I mean, when he wasn't on the bike, everything that was existing prior probably heal up. So hopefully now, after the year, taking it slow, be able to get back at it this winter. I did kind of have a question for him, just kind of talking about the Epstein Barr, because I feel like there's so many guys we've heard have had it, guys and girls.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, when you're training hard, you get it. But, like, I wonder how often it kicks in kind of when you're racing. Like, if you're 2 hours into a 3-hour GNCC and you just bike the track the day before, like, I wonder how often something like that kicks in final lap and you're just, like, smoked all of a sudden.
Yeah.
I haven't heard that happen to a lot of guys.
Oh, that would be a good question, because I've kind of been curious about it too, because like you said, just knowing people on a personal level, we've known so many people that have dealt with Epstein-Barr, and I know a big part of it, or a big
proponent.
Yeah, we'll go with that. To getting it is like overtraining.
Yeah.
And like I grew up my whole life wrestling and in combat sports, and which is pretty grueling in its own right. But I had never even heard of Epstein-Barr or had any experience with it until the dirt bike world. So I wonder like what the differences or similarities in training are, and kind of like you mentioned, like how it overall affects you.
Yeah. I feel like everybody's different because, like I said, there's so many guys that every year, like, they have a fallout or something happens. You hear in the off season what they're going through, and some people post about it, and some people don't. They don't want people to know. They don't want the people they're racing against to know. But for someone like me, that I've never trained hard for shit really, so I'm just kind of curious, what the deal is with it. I'm sure it affects different parties differently, 100%. But what do you think, Tom?
I ain't never had to worry about getting it.
Yeah.
Obviously.
You been around that e-bike?
Uh-uh.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Ain't had time. Now it's dark.
Dude. Okay, so we were on the way down to the Enduro this weekend, and there was a time change. So I was all screwed up when we got there Saturday because they had the key time for the next morning up. Well, it was – so you cross through Alabama, time change, and then time rolled back Sunday morning. I'm not even going to try to explain it to you because I forget how it went. But I just know my clocks were all screwed up, and so was I. I think I got extra sleep.
You should have.
Like, I think I got 2 extra hours of sleep. But then driving home, it was weird. Like, I didn't like it.
Yeah.
I didn't like it at all. Read that.
Out loud?
No.
Oh.
I said don't read that out loud.
I thought you just said read that.
Just read it just amongst yourselves.
Well, now I want to hear it out loud.
You can also read it if you want to.
I'll be honest. I was looking something up over here. I don't even know what you're talking about or what you're showing.
Yeah, this is about the show. I just had questions.
Oh.
Yes, I mean, as far as we went to Barber Motorsports too. I'd never been down there. I feel like every time we're supposed to go down there for a vintage race, there is something else going on. Like this year, we had Indiana NEPG, and that place has so many motorcycles. It is.
I've heard about that place.
Absolutely massive place. And Scotty Barrett's been down there a couple times. He even has his barber shirt. We didn't even plan on going down there. Like, we couldn't check into the Airbnb in time, and then going to the NEPG kind of felt dumb at the time when we were driving down there. We didn't want to go too early. I seen so many cool motorcycles.
Oh, I bet.
Whole lot of drag bikes, whole lot of sport bikes. Like, they had like 1800s motorcycles in there. And they look like bicycles with a weird ass engine, and it had like the top speed, the horsepower. Like it's cool. So, I always wondered like the earliest the motorcycle could have broke 100 mile an hour, and it was like 1918.
Damn.
I was like, holy shit, on bicycle tires.
Screw that.
And you're looking at it, and the bars are like beach bars that like come down to like your kneecaps, and they're like
full tuck. You ever seen The World's Fastest Indian?
Yeah.
It's a great movie.
That's a good movie.
With Bart. What's his name? Bart?
Maybe. Something like that.
That's the guy, the
Something like that.
English guy flew over.
Yeah.
Bert.
Not
Not Reynolds.
Yeah, no. Burt Monroe.
Burt Monroe. Yeah, that's an Arlie.
Burt Monroe. Yeah, that's a good movie. Yeah, I don't know. It just made me think about that when you're talking about top speeds on bicycle tires. I don't know. I'm losing my train of thought. I've had a migraine for 2 days straight.
Struggling over there, too.
I had some brain scans of my own. but nevertheless, doesn't really matter. With that being said, we talked about Johnny being a multi-time JDay champion when we were talking to him just a few moments ago. Now we move to the most recently crowned JDay champion this past weekend, getting it done, locking up the championship. Welcome to the show for the very first time, JDay Champ Justin Cokinos. What's going on, man?
What's up? How are you guys?
Doing good. How are you?
Not bad.
Appreciate you joining me, especially on short notice.
Unlock it. Unlock your phone.
Yep, your screen lock or your screen tilt is locked.
No, how's that?
Now turn it sideways.
Is that good?
Oh,
Hell no.
Swipe
Hold on.
down.
we'll get it dialed in.
Yep, hit the unlock button. Turn it sideways.
Yeah, I'm glad y'all know the directions because I'd be all over screwed up too.
Right? Hold on. It says it's should be working.
Like when you tilt it, it's not tilting like the sideways screen lock thing.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah.
I got
There
it now.
Yeah.
we got
I couldn't
movement.
see my I can't see you guys, so I thought it had something to do with the actual FaceTime. My bad.
Oh no. Cool, man. Thanks. Like I said, I shot out the message. I should have done it before, but appreciate you coming on and chatting with us. We try to cover JDay the best we can down here, and I know there might be some things in the work for JDay. Maybe we'll get a little bit more up close and personal with it, but we're big Yamaha guys over here. You're a big Yamaha guy. You wrap up the championship. Let's start there, man. How's it feel? How's it all going, and how was the season?
Oh, I mean, it was long, that's for sure. It was my first time actually like chasing a series in my whole life. Like I came from Moto, and we have some local series up here, but never actually fully like grinded out a whole season. So to do that for my first one to be like a wood series, like, oh my God, was it a lot of work? But no, it paid off. So I'm pumped to get it done. And yeah, it was a sick season for sure.
Dude, it sounds like it. We've kind of been keeping tabs on it. Ethan sends me some of the race recaps, and we go through the results and stuff on here. But you mentioned not chasing a full season and now doing it in the woods. Like, you're a Loretta's champion. You've won 125 All-Star races, like the whole 9 yards. Moto guy going into it. What was kind of your expectations going into this year? I mean, was a championship on the line, or were you kind of just going just to see where you were at? I mean, what was it like transitioning into a full series that went through the woods too?
Yeah, right. I mean, it was it was cool. I've done a handful of JDays. Like, I mean, I started doing them probably 4 or 5 years ago, and I started doing them just on a 125 in the pro class, just because I was like, had zero skills in the woods. Like, I mean, I was not a woods rider 4 or 5 years ago. I would show up with moto suspension, no hand guards, and just like hope for the best, basically. And slowly that kind of turned into like, all right, I'm like kind of figuring this out. Then I like got a set of suspension done for the woods, and then it like, okay, this made it way easier, and so then it's kind of just, I started doing better and better and better, and then with the Yamaha thing this year, it switched to like the contingency. Everyone kind of knows about the Yamaha contingency for that, for the JDay, so it was kind of a no-brainer to go chase that. Blue Crew, yeah. I mean, so I switched brands. I was on gases my whole life, or KTM my whole life. So made the switch from moto, from KTM's into the woods, and no, it was sick. It was sick for sure.
So you talk about being on the Yamaha, switching the brands and the contingency and stuff like that. Do you have like any manufacturer support, or like what's the team sport aspect like? And in addition to that, what made you go with the two smoker?
So Plastow Power Sports, they stepped up for me, huge. They got me bikes, and they got me everything for set up for that. So I was under their tent all season, which that was pretty huge for me. And no, I originally went with the 2-stroke. at the beginning of the year, just simply for the starts, those dead engine starts, and me not being a full woods guy, I passing people, like I needed those starts, and like maybe I can run the speed if I start there, but if I started way back, like I'm not going through everyone. So I went with the 2-stroke simply literally for the starts, and you know I've done the nationals, I've done everything, and I've always been a 450 rider, and I just love that 450 power. Won Loretta's, like you said, on a 450, nationals, net always on a 450. And so the 2-stroke was great and all, but then halfway through the season, right before the Southwick National, I got a 450. And as soon as I got that 450, the whole season kind of switched for me because I just fell in love with that thing. I made that thing my woods bike, and I actually never lost once I rode the 450 at the JDays. Every single JDay that I rode my 450 at, I won. So it kind of flipped for me as soon as I jumped on that 450, and it kind of changed the season for me.
Oh, yeah, no big deal. Just undefeated on the big dog, man. That's awesome.
Well, they were also, every single one that I was at was a moto track.
Nice.
So that helped. That helped a little bit too. Just knowing that I had the track to make my passes on. Because like I said, I think I've probably passed like 5 people in the woods all year. Every pass was made either off the start or on a moto track.
Nice. So there's been a long list of guys come out of that JDay series. Obviously, we just got off the call with one of them, Johnny, and him and Ben and Toth, and I know there's a handful more. But you got any plans for coming south and running the GNCCs or trying them?
I mean, I would love to. What was it? I guess it was two years ago. I believe it was. I did Wild Boar GNCC, and that was the year that like halfway through it, I think it started just downpouring.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And it turned into a mud bog, and I was doing good at that GNCC. And
you got Hogwaller, didn't you?
Oh yeah, heavy, heavy.
The Hogwaller mud
everything
bog.
was black. Oh, it was awful. I mean, it was. You do a 30-minute moto in the mud, it's not bad. And then when I say halfway through, it started downpouring, and then you realize halfway is, I still have an hour and a half left. Like
3 motos.
It's like, yo. But no, that was fun. I would love to. I thought about doing the Ironman GNCC, but with the last round of JDay being the weekend after, I was like, I'm just gonna focus on that, because it came down to I needed to win at Southwick for the last round. We were separated by 2 points going into the last round, and so I was like, I need to focus on this. I really wanted to go do the Ironman GNCC, but figured it was smart just to focus on the JDay.
Well, lucky you, there should be one, maybe, rumor is, coming up your direction next year.
Oh, yeah?
So
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Going back to the Northeast next year, allegedly.
finally.
Maybe I'll have to line up for that one.
Sounds like maybe upstate New York again.
Oh, okay. I like that.
Not Unadilla.
kinda
Don't
sick.
get your hopes up.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not Unadilla?
No.
Oh, as soon as you said that, I was like, oh.
I wish. That place was a lot of fun, dude. And you guys race JDays there now, right?
Yep. There's 2 rounds there. Usually there's second or third round, maybe second or third round. There's two rounds there. Saturday, Sunday.
Do they let you ride the big track?
Oh yeah. Yep. We do the full moto track both days, and then it's 2 totally different woods loops.
Damn.
Oh, that's probably your shit then. You get to ride the whole thing, the sky shot. They still have gravity cavity and everything in there.
Oh yeah. The only thing that we don't do is the screw you, because it's just a mess to clean up and everything, because that thing is literally a wall. So they try to, if they don't have to use it, they don't. So
what about the old railroad tie section? Do y'all run that?
I don't even know what that is, so I couldn't tell you.
You need to look up some older GNCCs. And there was this nasty, like, if I remember right, it was on a ridge, maybe
Yeah.
4-wheeler width wide,
They only ran it for the pro bike race.
and it was nothing
Gotcha.
but like slick black railroad ties, like 3/4 of the way out of the ground, and it was nasty.
Yeah.
So-
yeah. No, I don't think they used that. No. I think I would remember that.
I think GNCC outgrew the Unadilla facilities because I think
Yeah.
they could only get like a 9-mile
It was 9
track.
miles.
And the last time I raced Unadilla, there were 76 people on my row. And that is also where I learned that trees up north are built different than trees down south. Down here, you can kind of see a line through some bushes, kind of tuck your head and go through it. I tried to do that at Unadilla, dude. That branch didn't move. Cleaned me
No.
straight off my bike, off the back of it.
Yeah, I learned that at the last round of JDay, or not last round, with 2 to go. I got my first tree of the year. I made it almost all year without clamming a tree, but one got me with 2 to go. So I was like, oh, that's great.
So you don't seem like super 100% that you won't be. You might do a couple of GNCCs next year if you can. But like, what is your 2026 plans then?
I mean, ideally, we'll try to defend maybe the JDay. I know he has some big plans for that next year. That's all coming out. Should be this month. So we'll see about that. Hopefully be able to defend that and maybe throw in a few more nationals, moto nationals. Who knows? Whatever I feel like racing, I guess that weekend.
Yeah, keeping it open.
See, there's so many questions that I want to ask you now, but we'll have to wait till the information comes out. So after that, we might check back in with you because I got questions. But no, man. So I guess looking back on it and being from up in that area, what was your favorite tracks? I know that they go to a lot of really well known track like Southwick and Unadilla, like we were talking about, and even like the couple ones up in Maine. I was supposed to go to the big one in Maine,
207.
Yeah, 2 years ago. And ended up not being able to make it, but looks like a good time. That's another one I've always wanted to get up to some JDays, like the authentic Northeast JDays, but haven't made it up there yet. But what's your favorite tracks on the circuit?
I mean, for me, it has to be Southwick. Opener and the closer. I got the win at both of them, opener and closer. That's just been my track. I'm that Southwick local, even at like the nationals, like this year I qualified 9th for the national.
Holy shit.
Yeah. So
how local are you?
I'm about 2 hours. So it's still a hike, but, I'm there a lot. That's for sure. And like I said, I qualified 9th and I've scored some points in the 450 class there. Twice. This year I scored points, and then my first year doing it, I also scored some points. So to go to Southwick, like I have to say Southwick.
Yeah, understood. I guess that was a layup question. But speaking of Southwick, you raced it this year, like you said, 23rd overall. Our fellow New Englander turned Southerner, Josh Toth, was up there. He raced it. And that was right in the midst. We were there was this big Woods versus Moto debate that we were kind of leading the charge on a little bit, right in the midst of all that. But Josh Toth, just a couple spots behind there. Did you guys get to mix it up at all out there on the track?
Sicko. We were talking like all day, and he got in, but I think he qualified, like just made it in, and so I was pumped on that. And like I said, like he knew that just qualifying would be the hard part. As soon as he got into the motos, like, he's got that stamina where he could just keep chugging along, and he'll do fine in the motos. So we were joking on the gate for Moto 1. I'm like, boy, I'll be so mad if I see you come like the 25-minute mark, And sure enough, who comes ripping by me at 25 minutes in Moto 1? It was him, and I'm like, both of us. We talked on the line for Moto 2 that it's just like, did I not call that? Like, of course you would like just keep chugging, and yeah. So he ended up beating me in Moto 1, which that dude's a sicko.
Yeah. And he went up there too, and like I know that he's rode a good bit of moto, and obviously ridden Southwick once or twice back in the day.
Yep.
But I don't think he was very prepared to go up there and do it, and then to go out there and have the ride that he did. It was pretty sick to watch.
Oh, for sure. I don't. Yeah, I kind of remember talking to him about it a little bit, and yeah, like you said, I don't think he was super prepared. I know that he did Southwick, raced both motos, and then literally like got off the track, loaded up, and then went to Ohio for a I think it was
National
like a
Enduro.
sprint
Enduro.
Yeah, National Enduro. Like,
And then he won the damn thing.
Yeah, he won it. And
Yeah,
he won
that's right.
the race before. He won Snowshoe the week before.
Yeah.
And that
Yep.
450 he raced, he rode it once at Bennick Sand Track and said, "Oh yeah, it feels okay. I'll race it." And he didn't ride at all, I don't think, the week before. So he raced Snowshoe after riding the race bike once. Goes up there and is just like trying to hydrate and get like back feeling good from Snowshoe.
Oh yeah, he was
Races.
smoked after snowshoe. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I seen him Sunday morning before the Enduro, and he's like walking around with his like back all messed up looking. He's like, "Oh yeah, Vans," because he was supposed to fly. He's supposed to have some buddies who were supposed to fly him down, and they took the van. So he was
him and his mechanic just pulled this. His mechanic's a sicko too. I think he drove all night so that he
Yeah.
could sleep and race the next morning.
Shout out Banjo.
shout out Banjo.
Right?
But man, talking more about this past weekend, you guys came into it 2 points. 2 points
Yep.
was all that was on the line. It was winner take all, and between you and Brandon, I think it's Gregoire. Is that how you say it?
Yep.
Okay.
Gregoire, yep.
Gregoire. So,
Yep.
what were the nerves like coming in? Like you said, you came in like, we're gonna do the whole JDay season. Next thing you know, it's the last round. You're coming down to a championship fight. What were the nerves like coming into the weekend, if there was any, or was it just another race?
I mean, there was definitely some. Like, I would be lying if I said that there wasn't. If there was any other track, the nerves would be all time, like stress and heavy. But for it to be at Southwick, I was definitely a little bit more confident, simply just because of the whole track and even just the way the track was laid out, like start, for the most part, we went start right onto the track. So like Moto 2, I got an awful start, but by the end of the Moto track on the first lap, I was already in second. So I just hunted him down. And so I was definitely nervous. Like, how could you not be? Like, it's coming down to the last Moto of the year. It's winner take all. So definitely nervous, but at least it was at Southwick.
Yeah, I guess that kind of helps ease the mind a little bit. Racing in the backyard.
Basically, yeah.
Qualified 9th year for the national, no big deal. You know what I mean?
Right. Yep.
No, it's cool, man. So I guess have you raced any other local wood series up there? I know there's a few other ones. Have you done any of any of the locals up there?
Yeah. So the P27s also did a handful of those this year. I didn't get to any Netras this year. So that's, I guess, the only thing I didn't do. Did a handful of, I think I did 3 moto races this year, one of them being the national, and then JDay's, and then that P27 series, which is the other wood series up here.
Right on. Hey, I wanted to ask you about your bike too. So you're obviously on a YZ450. I'm assuming it was a 25 what you rode this year. I bought a 24 over the summer. And I'm kind of like, I don't know anything about bike setup. I'm just kind of, I've rode a 350 for so long, and I try to get my bike to be so manageable for the woods. Coming from moto, obviously it's a little bit different, but the JDay series is probably close enough to where you didn't have to do everything someone who rides tight woods would do, like myself. What did you do to your Yamaha to get it how you wanted it, kind of? Did you do like a flywheel weight? Did you do throttle tamer? Did you do anything to it? And did you change it all back whenever you went to ride moto over the summer?
So originally I got the thing strictly for the Southwick National. Like I bought that thing about a week and a half before the National. I was gonna race my 2-stroke at the National, and then last second I was like, no, let's get this thing. So I set it up completely for moto, meaning just really just suspension, I should say. Suspension, got some X trigs and stuff like that. But yeah, I got some moto suspension on it, and then I rode it in the woods with my moto stuff with my national setting, which is stiff. That stuff is like 2x4s. And I rode it in the woods, and I'm like, yo, this thing is sick. Like even with this stiff suspension. So that's when I was like, Gregoire was on a 450 all year, and I'm like, maybe he's actually onto something. I was like, I thought he was kind of crazy for racing a 450 in the woods, and I'm like, so got suspension done in an 18-inch rear wheel, and kind of just that was it. Raced it at a handful of them, and then for this last round, I went back to my full national setting for suspension, and then I went all out, got an ECU and got it tuned and everything. I wanted some power. I wanted some power going into this last round, so I made that thing a beast for Southwick the last round.
Yeah, how was it changing too from KTM? Because I feel like there's always a big anybody switching to a 450. I've seen a lot of guys going to Yamaha. Obviously, how we have. How was it changing up from going from WP components over to KYB? Because in my experience on my gas, I always had it pretty close. I liked it. I've never been a guy to trust the front end great, but I feel like those things just kind of point and shoot a little bit.
Yep.
That's kind of how I felt on my 450, even in the off-camber stuff. But for the JDay, the Moto, how was the change of chassis for going from different brands?
Yeah, so I always would jump on my buddy's 250 or even his 450 and just take it for a lap. When I was on the gases, I would jump on his Yamahas, and I could just jump on that thing and shred it right away. I'm like, yo, this thing almost feels better than my bike right now. And so something about the KYB stuff, I love it. I absolutely love it. And that thing handles unbelievable. Factory connection, they do my suspension, and I mean, that stuff's unbelievable. That bike is by far I think I had 6 hours on the bike before I raced the national, and I mean, I qualified ninth on it. So
Hell yeah.
I mean, so
No big deal.
that's pretty sick. Just to I don't know, but the bike is sick. The bike is sick. I fell in love with that thing basically right away.
So, also going back and forth with that, Caleb Russell obviously spent an entire career on KTMs, and then comes out of retirement, he jumps on a Yamaha, and even Stu Baylor, when he got onto a Yamaha, one of the things that he kind of talked about the most is the mass centralization of the Yamahas. The motors are backwards, they try to get all that mass low into the middle, and basically just how much that changes the characteristics of the bike. And getting the suspension set up for that and the different feel for that. You mentioned FC doing your stuff, and I know you said that you what?
I'm just listening.
I know that you said that you set up for a full moto setup this last time, but I mean, do you ever go back and forth with Ziggy or the guys about what other woods guys like GNCC guys? Because Caleb Russell has kind of been all year long trying to figure out his suspension setups for that bike. So do you guys ever go back and forth on what other people are running, or did you just kind of go to that moto setting that you're comfortable with and make it work?
Yeah, so I mean, I'm Zig kind of knows roughly what I like. So for originally when I got that thing, he said, I know you like a stiff bike, and for moto for the national, he said that he put I forget who it is. He put a very stiff setting into it for the national, and he pretty much hit the nail right on the head with that one. And then for this last round at Southwick, I sent it back out, and I told him, I'm like, I need to be able to hammer this moto track. I want to be able to deal with it in the woods, but like those holes out there in that sand, like I'm making up my time on the moto track this weekend at Southwick. And so he actually gave me, I believe it was Caleb Russell's GNCC setting, which he was like, that stuff is
Stiff.
It's stiff, he said. And I'm like, okay. And I went riding on it and missed it a little bit. I think it was still, like I said, I like a wicked stiff bike for moto, and so we had to make an adjustment again. And I just said, you know what, like, it could be, you might call me crazy, but just give me my national setting. And he did, and it was definitely stiff in the woods. Like, I'm like, the first moto this weekend at JDay, severe arm pump. I'm like, oh my God. Like, I'm in the woods holding on for dear life. Like, I could, the extreme section was pretty tough this weekend, and just a bunch of logs that, like, a bunch of clutch pops and stuff like that to get over them. And I'm like, by the last log, I'm like, I could barely pop the clutch. And I'm like, but for Moto 2, when the track got way rougher, the bike handled unbelievable. But it was definitely stiff in the woods.
Dang. Yeah, and you mentioned riding a set. I was curious because, like I said, I know they do a lot of stuff down here, so I didn't know if they kind of trade information and go about it that way. But once again, dude, I appreciate you taking the time. I don't want to take up too much of your time, but I did want to ask. We try to keep up with the series as much as we can, but it's tough when we can only see race results and then videos when they come out after the race. This past weekend, Racer TV was up there and actually broadcast the entire day. Adam Gordon, he's a good buddy of mine. He was the one. He's the director for Racer TV, and Ian Howe's up there with some sick drone shots, which he's a regular up there at the JDays. But to see it live and so it was really cool spectacle and allowed people that don't get to make it up there to see more into it. So I guess the last question I'll leave you with is, what was it like kind of having that Racer TV presence and being able to go back and watch the race, and with that championship battle on the line, knowing friends and family that couldn't make it, they could tune in and watch you be able to race?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, they killed it. Like, all those drone shots and stuff, like Ian, and I think there was another drone guy there. I mean, the coverage was unbelievable. I watched that on the way home from the race. I watched that last moto, and they killed it with that. And like you said, like, I had a bunch of friends and family back home watching it, and instantly, like, right as I got back to the van after the moto, like, phone was blowing up with pictures from the Racer TV. Like, everyone was watching it. So they killed it with that, and it was definitely sick.
Cool. Yeah, I figured with that championship battle, it'd be cool to kind of get that little added video coverage on there, be able to go back and watch it.
Yeah, for sure. It was, like I said, I watched it that night. I couldn't fall asleep that night, and I watched, I think, all 4 of my motos that night. I watched basically 2 hours of me riding around in circles.
Oh, sweet, man. Well, hey, like I said, thanks again for coming on. Really appreciate you taking the time. Congratulations on grabbing that JDay championship, and good luck with everything that next year brings. We'll see you out at some motos and see you out at maybe some JDays.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you, guys.
All right, man. Thanks. We'll talk to you later on.
Buddy. See you.
All right, we'll see you.
So that was the reigning, defending now JDay overall champion Justin Cokinos. Really appreciate him coming on to stop by. Like I said, we try to cover JDay the best that we can, but it's cool to be able to get that insight from him. Obviously, moto guy. We mentioned he's won 125 All-Star race, a few podiums on the 125 All-Stars, Loretta's champion. I looked at it, I think he's raced at Loretta's like 12 different years, 13 different years.
Holy shit.
And racing the outdoor national, scoring points out there. So cool to get him on here and have him chat with us and kind of walk us through the weekend.
Yeah, it's interesting because I remember watching that JDay series back in the day when Johnny was still there, and it always looked like such a badass series.
Yeah.
I mean, we've had some similar format races down here that I've done, and it's not my cup of tea, but those look on another level. I mean, they look sweet.
I feel like that's what we always seen, like whenever social media came out. Like I always just started getting like Johnny G, like Jason Clammer, all those guys that like as soon as social media popped up, I've seen so much stuff on JDays. And I was like, oh, dude, that's so sick. And I'd never been up New
Robbie
England.
Marshall.
Yeah, Robbie Marshall.
There used to be a huge group of like pro guys up there that were going at it all the time.
Yeah. And they got the 125 pro class before XC3
and after.
It outlived it.
Yeah.
No, it's cool to see. And I don't know how much publicly has been coming out about JDay. I don't know if we should steal their thunder or not, so I'll wait for them to announce it. But some big changes coming. I think Ethan texted on the show one day that big things were coming, so hopefully that gets announced soon. I'd be excited to see what they're up to.
Expanding out of the Northeast.
Possibly, maybe. I don't know. That'll be bigger area. I don't know. We'll have to wait and find out, I reckon. But yeah, I guess some of the things to hit on, some things to cover real quick. Since we've been live on the show, and once again, last week, I think we did like 3.5 hours, had a long conversation with Ben Kelly, had a long conversation with Josh Cartwright, and then kind of went into everything afterwards. So there was some stuff that fell through the cracks, some stuff that didn't get out. So while we've been live tonight, Chris Landers meant to clear up that whole situation when we were doing silly season, kind of talked about it's been floating around his involvement in Phoenix Honda. He reached out to me after that show and we talked, and I meant to kind of clear it up on the last show. Didn't get to. But now it is out there for the world. Chris Landers made his post. Actually might be, I'm going to pull it up.
Someone just sent it in the group chat too, because I've seen it.
Oh, really?
I think Eric, actually it might have been Eric Geese just sent it to me.
So yeah, meant to clear it up last year because, as we mentioned, when we talk about stuff on here, pretty sure of it. And then when we're not, we find out and we correct it. Another big announcement came out today. Cody Barnes going to XC1 as a member of the Factory Beta Racing Team. Barnes back on beta.
Really? Who knew?
Heard that somewhere. But what do we know? Chris Landers says, thank you all for taking the journey with us. As we crossed our final finish line together, we want to say how truly grateful we are for everyone who's been a part of this ride. Our riders, crew, sponsors, and fans. The memories, the mud, the victories, and the lessons will stay with us forever. 2019 through 2025, as a team of passion and hard work, together we compiled in a total of 7 short years. This is where it gets crazy. 67 wins, 17 national championships, many life lessons, more memories we can count, friendships that last a lifetime. And he kind of details all of the teams that he has had via that Land Mills XC team, via the Magna One Motorsports team, and here lately as the Flat Rock Gas. I think it's Flat Rock Auto Club Gas.
They were the XC2 KTM team.
And the factory KTM 250 team. The gas team was a Landers.
At one point, yeah.
No, this year.
Oh, it was?
Yeah.
I didn't realize that.
I thought it was factory gas. I didn't know there was anything else.
It was, but it was a Landers production.
Oh, I didn't know.
Yeah, dude. He's insane. Pretty sure, right? That wasn't listed on here. Maybe, am I speaking wrong? I felt pretty confident that was a Landers thing. Anyway, so many more we want to say thank you to as we share this passion for our kids, our teams, our family, our race family, and the memories that we will talk about forever. As time does for many, it encourages each of us to turn the page, as I've decided to only be a race dad. See you in a few short months. So that is the post from Chris Landers as a representative of that Landers KTM team. And that is exactly what he reached out to me to clear up. Chase Landers, obviously, I think, has that? Never mind. Allegedly, Chase Landers is going to the Phoenix Racing Honda team. But that is where the involvement with the Landers and Phoenix ends. So he just cleared that up and basically said the same exact thing. Like, I just want to be a race dad. I'm going to be at the races, supporting my son. So, like I said, I meant to come on there and clear that up. But, yeah, now it's official that Landers is out as a team owner at the GNCC Series. And it's absolutely insane to go back and look at what they accomplished. I guess starting at the end of it here, Grant Davis winning the XC2 title and in the hunt for the overall championship.
Yeah.
But a couple years ago, with Jordan Ashburn, they won the XC1 overall championship on bikes and four-wheelers with Bryson Neal in the same year.
Well, that's pretty wild.
Yeah. All my years get scattered in there. But I think that same year, was that when Brody won the XC3 title?
I believe so, yeah.
And Taylor won the WXC title?
I don't know.
Or was that a different year?
Rachel was one from 21 to 24. So 20. And 20 was Becca Sheets, right? Or 22 to 24 Becca Sheets.
Together.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure that Taylor won at least a championship or
Maybe
two
in
or
19.
three as on the Land Mills team. But whatever the case, I remember that year. I think they had the top Am rider on their team. They had the XC1 quad, XC1 bike.
XC3.
I think an XC3
Yeah,
title.
because there was 2 years at John and then
Brody.
And then Brody.
Yeah. Anyway, what I'm getting at, I don't have all of it on the top of my forefront here to say it in specifics, but they won a lot of damn championships, 17 of them, and they did a lot of them in the same year. But like for them to be a privateer team at that time, they were a privateer Husqvarna team and took home both XC1 titles.
Yeah, that's wild.
That's insane.
Yeah. Yeah, and also good for Chris, too, because now he can go to the races and just, watch Chase and be involved in that and not have to worry about, I'm sure, even if he's the owner and if there's, managers or whatever. But I'm sure in the back of his mind he's kind of thinking about 20 different things at the same time we're trying to watch his kids. So good for him being able to go to the racetrack and just worry about one thing at a time,
Yeah.
It does suck that that's a semi coming off of Pro Rotor, right?
At least one.
And
But
one
am
coming
I
off,
going crazy?
and one coming off
the
auxiliary.
gas
I don't
thing
think no,
is
I
a
think,
Landers.
No, I think you're crazy.
If
it was
someone's
Magna-
listening right
'cause
now,
it was
can you
Magna
confirm that?
1.
Here, just go to damn Ashburn's post and see if he tagged Landers and everything.
I am. Now you guys got me questioning my own.
Well, put
I
it
don't
this
know
way,
about
in that
I've been
post,
having some migraines, so it could be.
in that
going
post that you just read from, he didn't tag Ashburn
Well, that's what made me
in
really.
this past year.
That's what made me really start questioning it. But I was under the impression this whole time.
Maybe you're thinking of Bicon being a part of it.
Rob Mitchell, Digital Off Road, asked if Tom was playing Candy Crush on his phone. Oh no, that was Ron Awad that asked that. But Rob Mitchell says, I thought Gas was an offset of Landers. Flat Rock was a Landers team. Yeah. Dude, I knew I wasn't going crazy. That was a Landers production.
I've never known it called Flat Rock Gas. So, I don't know.
Yeah, that's what it is. And it was a Landers team. So, yeah, that Gas, I believe, is no more.
Why don't you text Chris?
Oh, yeah. So, Gas is gone. And
Brian Thacker's got our back. I don't need to text him.
the Landers KTM.
So does Moto Fro. And Fro knows.
Yeah, like I said, I'm not calling anyone liars. I just didn't know. I've never heard anything called Flat Rock.
I don't know why I just got so discombobulated with that because, like, I knew that all along. And then as soon as we said it, it's like, man, was it?
You should look up Flat Rock Gas. Yeah, I'm not calling no one a liar. I just assumed. I've never heard of Flat Rock Gas in my life.
It's Flat Rock Motor Club, I think is Flat Rock Motor
Definitely
Club.
never learned about that.
Is the title sponsor.
What you got there, bud?
Don't worry about it. Shit.
Yeah. Anyway, that does enough for me confirming it.
Thanks, chat.
Yeah, and Rob Mitchell brought up that too. It's a bummer though. We're losing teams. Landers team, Enduro Engineering. I don't know what's going on with the Enduro Engineering thing. But yeah, so Gas going away, and then the Landers KTM team. I think they had a proposed lineup for next year, and now with Landers getting out, it kind of leaves that up in the air, especially with the financial crisis that it seems KTM is in right now. I think if there's a way that they can make a team happen, they'll try to get a team and cover that semi. As far as I know, that's the plan, to keep some sort of satellite / 250 / secondary factory KTM team on Pro Row.
Well, with that being said, there isn't a team coming in next year.
Is or isn't?
Is.
What team?
Triumph.
Has that been confirmed?
I mean,
That truck that was at as an Ironman we were talking about.
there was one at the Boy Scout camp.
Yeah, that was not a team. Someone texted me and said that was just. It was not a team thing.
Well, I know that the guy that is
Tom's on Tinder swiping right.
the guy that
On boys too. It's crazy. Grinder.
Oh, he said on boys? Who said that?
No, I said that.
What
That
a
was me.
dick.
That was me.
Flat Rock is a pavement road course near Knoxville that Trevor Bain NASCAR car is operating, says Kevin Campbell. Appreciate the info.
Interesting.
But back to the whole Triumph thing, like Rob Mitchell's talking about. So I heard that Dark Side, was it you guys? Was it in the group chat or something? Something about Dark Side going on a show and saying that there was a factory Triumph team, but he couldn't say yet who was on it.
Either him or Kiefer.
Yeah, I think one of them said that, but like the only guy that's riding a Triumph right now definitely ain't on it.
Nope.
And I know there was rumors. Well, I heard there were rumors that what's the damn name of Thad's team?
Bill Gold.
Yeah, but that's what I always say. But there's an actual name. But anyway, I heard that they were talking to Triumph, but I don't think that went through. And so they're still they're signing riders, but I don't know if they have a manufacturer yet because I know it was between a couple other manufacturers too.
Yeah.
But that's from what I heard, the Triumph deadline came and went for them. And
I think it was like a last second thing too. They made a phone call. They were looking for a couple guys. A couple guys were already signed.
Racecraft.
And it just didn't go through. But in the same breath, like I know Enduro Engineering's had an XC1 rider, but I believe next year they're going to have just the women's and some amateurs. So I don't think they have.
What's Ricky doing next year?
I don't think Ricky knows what Ricky's doing. That's what his post alluded to that he put on Instagram.
Rob Mitchell says Racecraft is running Husky. I have heard 3 manufacturers involved, and none of them were Husky.
Yeah, same. Should talk about KTM giving Eli Tomac a cable clutch. Listen, dude, group chat's been going wild.
Yeah,
Dude, that thing is
I don't get
sick.
the hype about the cable clutch, but
Well, when's the last time a KTM had a cable clutch on it?
Never.
Well, they did. Like,
Not in the 2000s, cuz.
who cares?
it's pretty
I
interesting.
mean, it is cool to see, but like,
I will say, if there's one new thing that's going to happen to a motorcycle that should be reliable, it's going from a hydraulic clutch to a cable. You would think, like, someone going to a hydraulic, or from cable to hydraulic, that would be something that would mess up.
Yeah.
But it sounds like that could be really good, actually.
I don't know. Bruton's geeking out over that whole.
the engineering.
Yeah. And he just sent a comment about the shifter being billet too. He just adds to the coolness. Is what
Yeah,
he
he could make us one of those.
He could.
See, as Rob Mitchell also pointed out, I love the cable on my Yamaha as well. And so
Yeah.
to see, I can't get a feel for breaking news. Rob Mitchell was right. Apparently, Racecraft is running Husqvarnas. I just got a text from someone else who might have something to really do with the team. So,
He also said, I've heard Racecraft running Husky with Thad and G. Baylor. As of this weekend, I don't think G. Baylor knows that he's on that team.
yeah, I know. Well, it's alleged that they signed another rider, and it's not Grant Baylor. Maybe the person that just texted me can let me know if I can say who the person is. But
Oops.
back to the cable clutch thing. I can't get the feel for hydraulic clutches. Like whenever I can't, like, I don't know. For me, it's easier to pull, but I feel like the feel of slipping it isn't as
it's not
prominent as a cable clutch.
No, and that's what, is it Bitterman? So Bitterman went from Hondas to Huskies, or to gases, and he always said that's what he didn't like about that clutch, like especially in arena cross. I have a Yamaha with a cable clutch. I also have a Yamaha with a hydraulic. I kind of prefer the cable, but I don't love that, like, halfway through a test, I adjust it. But at the same time, I know it's going to be there. Like, I have a little fast adjustment thing. I just threw my fingers over.
How's it go?
But yeah, I don't really like the hydraulic deal on Yamaha.
Well, neither does Eli Tomac, apparently.
Yeah. What did your text message say? Can you say anything?
It said Racecraft - Husqvarna.
What are the other Did he reply to the question that you threw
Who
in the
said
air?
it was the Heat?
Yeah, why are you assuming genders?
Because I don't care about liberal activities, dude. Absolutely buzz off.
That's rude.
Hope they know their gender.
But yeah, so just I don't know. It'd be interesting to see, and like the whole Triumph deal. It's like pretty plugged into like who's going where, but haven't heard anything about anyone riding a Triumph. So I'd be interested to see who they're two. Maybe we got two JDay guys coming in for a factory Triumph team to race GNCCs.
I don't know. I've
or
been
two
being
West
nosy
Coast
too.
guys. But I don't think anybody over here is riding Triumph.
I've been being nosy too. Nobody's told me shit.
Yeah. It's because now they know you're on the program.
Yeah.
You got to be inconspicuous.
I keep secrets, dude.
Hey, if we revealed our sources, we never have sources again. Let's dig up the rest of our results here so we can talk about it.
You want to go enduro?
I agree with Rob Mitchell. It'd be a damn shame if Ricky doesn't have a ride. Ricky's a good boy.
Yeah.
Let's dig up some results here, courtesy of Dimmer's Precision Grading. They are a full-service grading company. They are looking for operators to join their pipe crew now, and they can handle any grading job, big or small, demolition, pipe, sanitary sewer. No, I don't think they do sanitary sewer anymore. You might be able to talk them in anything. Whatever you want done, they're going to be the best to do it. DimmersPrecisionGrading.com. They help us dig up results every week. As we take a look here, we got confirmation from our text message. We'll talk about it here in a second.
Hell yeah.
This past weekend at the Gobbler Getter National Enduro, Grant Baylor, as we mentioned, is a man on a mission, a man riding for a ride.
Somebody sign this man.
He goes out there and gets it done. A former three-time?
Sure.
I believe three-time national enduro champion goes out, takes 4 test wins on his way to the overall victory.
Tom's trying to see what it says. Hey, tell me.
I think we already talked about it. We'll talk about it in a second. But Grant Baylor goes out there and gets the win, which could be his final race on a Kawasaki. Goes out there, gets the win. Ricky Russell also trying to ride his way into a ride. He rides into the second place finish. There's too much going on right now. But yeah, Ricky goes out there and gets second place on the day to end the season. He also ends the season second place overall in points with that ride. So Ricky Russell riding to a number 2 spot on the season and on the weekend. And then Stu Baylor Jr., for the first time in his long career of racing dirt bikes, he raced a 254 stroke for the very first time ever. Back in his XC2 days, the XC2 championship days, that was on a 252 stroke.
Yeah.
So
and he won a test, too. Look at that.
Yeah, 4 strokes were still around, but Stu making the choice to ride the 2-stroke. So this weekend, he's got the championship locked up. He just had surgery this morning. He's got another surgery this coming Friday. Decided he wanted to have a little bit of fun with it, and he rode the small bore, and he even got a test win on it, which is pretty good.
That's badass.
Stu Baylor ain't the smallest fella out there on the line. So for him to ride 250 to a test win, Caleb won a national championship on a 250, but Caleb is now racing GNCC XC1 on a 250.
And he's 150 pounds, which
give or take. But yeah, so I talked to him a little bit last night. He had a blast riding that thing. He really did have a lot of fun riding it from what he was saying. So yeah, Evan Smith, 4th place overall. Ryder Lafferty, 5th place overall. Ben Kelly, 6th place overall after we chatted with him last week. And then taking the Pro 2 win was Nicholas DeFeo, who now, Craig, you can officially say, has won the Pro 2 championship. Fun fact about that, he actually had wrapped it up before. But
last round, right?
Yeah, I don't think anyone knew it at the time. So they're like, we'll wait till the next round. Because when you said it on the show, I was like, oh no. Did I miss a championship post announcement? Did I miss pictures? I went through it.
He had just won the weekend.
Yeah. So they weren't ready for it. So they celebrated it in style this past weekend as that Rocky Mountain Red Bear Kawasaki team sweeps the 2 men's pro classes, the Pro 1 and Pro 2 championships, go home with the Red Bear Factory Kawasaki team. Jason Tino back in racing action, rides to a 2nd place in the Pro 2 class. As far as I know, this is Tino's first race back, wasn't it?
I believe so, yep.
Jack Walker, who was in the hunt with that Pro 2 championship battle, he ends up getting third place overall in the Pro 2 class. Lane Whitmer, top amateur, winner of the AA class. James Jenkins, one of the twins, second place in that AA class. And then if we could switch over to our women's pro class, we had a bit of a shakeup going on. Taking the win this past weekend, Shelby Turner, the Canadian, getting it done. Taking the win aboard her gas in the women's elite class. Rachel Goodish would end up second place overall in the WXC class. Brooke Cosner rounding out the podium with a third. Rachel Goodish with a second place ride on the weekend wraps up the 2025 National Enduro Women's Elite Championship just a week or two after becoming the first American to ever win an Enduro GP World Championship. So a heck of a back half of the season for Rachel Goodish, getting it done.
Yeah, and I don't know, I could be incorrect, but possibly the first national championship over here for Raju that I know of.
Riehu.
Okay.
Yeah. Unless they won some hard enduro championship that we don't know about.
I don't think they did. So shout out. That is pretty sick. I mean, obviously how it unfolded is a little bit different, but pretty pumped for her. I mean, I think she definitely deserves it. Going over and being the first American, winning the Enduro GP title, coming over here, and wrapping up National Enduro. Sick. Huge year.
And kind of unexpected. But, yeah, I don't know the details, but Rachel Archer, the defending National Enduro champion, had the points lead going into the round and then had some medical issues that she wasn't able to make it out to the Gobbler Getter this weekend. Unfortunate after the way that her GNCC season ended as well. But, hey, man, it's the battle of longevity. Rachel Goodish made it to that last round, second place overall, and takes the National Enduro Championship. So, yeah, like I said, winning an Enduro GP World Championship and then a National Enduro Championship right after. I wonder what
big year.
I wonder what Riehu's championship bonuses are.
I don't know. Dude, that'd be freaking gnarly if they just put a giant bounty on it. They're like, we don't know. Maybe she'll get it. Maybe she won't.
Yeah,
she
just
gets it,
throw
and
it
they're
out
like,
here.
shit.
A world championship
Oh,
and
no.
a national championship?
Oh, no.
Hope Riehu's selling some bikes.
Where do you buy a Rayhu?
You know.
Whatever
At the Raju store?
Yeah, at the store.
I don't know. Whenever you were riding them, when you worked for Full Gas back in the day, I rode it. It was a 2018 Gas.
Yeah, same bike.
So pretty much same bike. I do think this year, I was actually talking to Josh about it. He says that they were the 2018 pretty much same bike until like last year, and the new bikes apparently are pretty solid. So I'd be curious to ride one, see what they're like. But I like the one you had, like the one that you had for the track bike. I rode it a couple times, and I thought it was excellent. It was cool.
Yeah.
It's hard to go wrong with a 302 stroke.
Never, ever even seen one up close.
Elusive, bud.
Raju? How you say it?
Riehu.
Riehu.
Rajuvro.
They're big in the hard enduro world.
Yeah. Quinn Wenzel raced one over here, and that's all I know of, actually.
Rachel Goodish.
Rachel Goodish, yep.
Sick.
Catching up with some YouTube comments here. Of course, Joe Thomas is here telling us that there's a tour this Sunday. I will be in Green Bay, Wisconsin this Sunday, so probably not going to be able to make that one. Brian Thacker says, I think he said it'll be the last year chasing the NEPG title. I wonder if he's talking about Grant Baylor.
This year. Be the
Who said?
last year. Oh, well.
But, I mean, 3-time champ. It's in the Baylor blood. Digital Off-Road and Kevin Campbell are asking about Tino and any kind of KTM sport. Did we come up with a landing spot for Tino?
Yeah, I think Tino's under the factory rig.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe.
He probably had a 2-year deal with Gas.
Per sources.
Gas went. So
Yeah,
they
I'm not
felt
sure.
bad.
Per sources.
Stu next year. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Stu said on here that He said that on the show, didn't he?
Yeah.
That he plans to retire next year, after next year.
He said it at the NEPG banquet Saturday too.
Yeah. Yeah, I know that
Wait.
that's kind of been his goal, but I think he did say it on the program.
How do they have their banquet the day before
Dude.
the last race? That's weird.
I've
So,
been asking that question this whole entire time.
So I said the same thing. I had a lot of hate, but it does make sense to me kind of because
No, it doesn't.
all the guys, nobody's going to travel from all over for the National Enduro Banquet.
Yeah.
Like there's guys in Louisiana
Okay,
racing
then
all
do
of
it
them.
Sunday night.
Yeah.
So I get that for sure.
I got pictures of Toth holding the second place overall.
But I swapped the second for the fourth Sunday after the race. So all is good. We did a little swap job afterwards.
But I'm just saying, how does that get presented Saturday night at an
So
awards
they present
banquet?
it. They present the ones that are lockable, all of them, in order that they do it.
And then Borat comes out and says, nah, you
They
will
say-
never get this.
And whenever they give the awards, they said this one's actually locked up. This is how it's going to go because most of them are like that. And then the ones that are not locked up, they say, hey, this is how the points are as of right now. Could change tomorrow. That's how it went.
Did they do the women's class on Saturday? How'd that go?
Yes. It went Rachel Archer, I believe, with a no, hell no. It went I think Gudish got it. Yeah, I think Gudish got it handed to her.
Oh.
I believe.
On
I was there.
Like I
don't
said,
remember.
I got pictures and Toth was holding the number 2, and like I was doing the post, and I was like, damn, he still got it without racing. And then I looked at it, and I was like, wait a minute. And I pulled up the results. I was like, I'm glad I didn't just.
Then why not race the
Go
Enduro
after
on
that.
Saturday and do that Sunday?
I wouldn't stay for Sunday. Neither would anyone else.
Well,
Why don't you
You would if that's when the banquet was.
do the
I wouldn't.
banquet the Saturday of Sumter? I mean, hell, GNCC
That's
ain't
not a
doing
bad
their
idea.
banquet till mid-January.
That's not a bad idea at all.
It just doesn't make any sense.
It
Like,
doesn't.
hey, you might be first, you might be fourth. We'll find out tomorrow. Either
Yeah.
way, hold up this and smile.
Yeah.
It just seems weird, especially because, like, the way that I think about it is, like, if you're battling for a championship and they make you go up there and hold second or third place and you end up winning the championship on Sunday, then you don't have any photos of you on the podium at the banquet with the thing. And you don't get the championship introduction at the banquet. Like, here is Scott Barrett, your what class?
Well, he
55B, bub.
he did get that
55B
treatment because he had already wrapped
champion.
it up.
I
but-
know, there's just an example.
Yeah, hold on real quick. I got one for y'all. Here we go. Scotty B, cuz.
Scotty B1T with the OTP.
What a goat.
Doing it to him.
Dude,
Yeah,
Scott's
Scotty.
the man.
Scotty is the biggest shit talker when he's cocky like that. He's like, "Oh, the boys didn't want none this weekend." He got second this weekend, so he said on the way home, he's like, "Yeah, damn, I had a sandbagger this weekend." I was like, "Scott, you're a sandbagger, dude. You
I
freaking
mean,
smoked everybody."
Stu got third this past weekend. You know, champs do what champs want.
Yeah.
And Scotty B's a national champion.
Yeah, Scotty's a tank, and he's also been real good about letting me know he is, and that I've never won anything. Like,
Right.
even at Vintage Days. He's like, man, he walked up to me. He said, man, I'd let you wear this hat. It'd probably catch on fire on your head because you ain't a champ, boy. I was like, God dang.
Scotty B's
Buzz
the man.
off.
So Scotty Barrett grew up racing with Alex, the beta truck driver.
Yeah.
So like every time I see Alex at the races, he's like, "Hey man, you talked to old Scotty Barrett lately?" And I talk to Scott, and Scott tells me stories about Alex. And
Dude, he has the craziest memory. We were at York for a vintage motorcycle swap meet, and he's over there buying an old Red Motor CR80, like a 1980. Him and the guy, and this is in York, Pennsylvania, so not even close to here. It's like 10 hours away. It's freaking 5 degrees outside. Gets to talking to the guy, and they damn raced minis together. Like, they remembered each other. He's like, I had a 79 RM80. I remember you on this bike. We were at this race. We'd walk away. He's like, I smoked his bitch ass, dude. But even his Kaylee and Dustin, so his daughter and then soon-to-be son-in-law,
Dustin with an
he's
A.
got video or pictures of him on the line and Dustin's dad on the line right beside him.
Really?
Yeah.
That's wild.
That's
Yeah.
pretty crazy.
Because Dustin's dad, so I don't forget how it went, but someone was showing one of the kids the photo. They're like, well, that's Scotty Barrett right there. And now they got this picture, and now their kids are getting married. It's crazy.
That's wild.
Moto does crazy shit.
I didn't know that.
Dirt bikes.
Old Scotty B.
Yeah, Scotty's tank.
What we got left on the results? Mid-East?
Mid-East.
Yep. Go back to our results.
Did they
here.
do a big money race this year? Didn't see a video of the Lamar Star.
Nah. So
Broke.
yeah, they didn't do a big pro purse, which kind of stinks a little bit because early in the year we do a big quad payout. Like we bump up the quad payout a lot, and then Hickory is always when we bump up the bike payout. So we did the big quad payout, but we didn't do the big bike payout. That being said, when people show up to a Mid-East race, dude, Bjorn will empty his pocket. Like, they've paid $1,400, $1,600, $1,800 to win races this year. Mm-hmm. Like, if there's, like, a full line, if there's 15 guys and then, like, 5, 6, 7 of them are factory, dude, Bjorn will damn open the pocketbook. He loves it, dude.
And there was an Enduro this weekend, so some of the guys who might have showed up for it, I mean, like BK, he's in Denver half the time now. I mean, he might have showed up for it. Like,
yeah,
a lot of these guys can't go to it. You know,
I'll tell you right now, if you're fast and you make it out to Mid-East regularly, you can get in Bjorn's pockets. Like I said, dude, that shit just tickles him up. He loves it.
Because he'll do that Le Mans start.
Yeah.
Whenever.
Yeah. Normally when there's like big money on the line and like all the pit bike races, but last year's when we did the Le Mans start and Rivers Morris took out Mike DeLosa while running. So Mike DeLosa goes from full sprint to falling and slams the back of his head on the ground. He's concussed before he even gets on the motorcycle and starts the race.
Did he race?
Yeah, he raced. I think he got like third or fourth.
Oh, so he's all right.
Yeah, he probably wasn't actually concussed, but he did say he was like seeing stars there from it. Dude, he hit his head.
He tumbled.
Yeah.
Dude, I tell you who's king of that shit was Tyler Palmer.
Skinny,
the 2 years in a row, dude, smoked everybody's
Getting the
ass.
whole shots.
Like, he was out of the second turn, and some guys were in the first. Like, it was impressive.
He's got long legs. But yeah, back to this weekend. As I mentioned, like most perfect conditions that I've ever seen at Hickory, I do believe. Brody Johnson, who took all but 3 wins, and one of the ones he wasn't even at. And he wrapped up the championship at the last round, the overall and pro class championship for the second year in a row, back-to-back champions for Brody Johnson. The newest Racecraft, apparently Husqvarna rider. Brody Johnson.
Mr. Johansson.
So those were the texts coming through. I feel like it's been 3 years now that I'm on here preaching. Give Brody a ride. Give him a chance. We saw Brody win a Top Am championship and then went through some injuries, broken leg, broken wrist, troubles with the leg, and then he comes back and races XC3, wins the XC3 championship that year that he was back, and now I think we're finally seeing the Brody Johnson of old. When he had the fill-in ride on the beta for the beta team, he was like the top finishing beta rider pretty much the whole time he was on the team.
Yeah.
And then went back to doing his own thing right after that and still cleaning up. So bringing in an AMA title at the Mid-East for the overall and now going 3 podiums at the GNCCs to finish off his back half of the season. I think Brody's on it. And as we mentioned, kind of this whole entire year, I know it took to the last few rounds to get these 3 podiums and click them off, but if you look back at the results throughout the year, like he's in that 4th place spot, that 5th place spot a lot.
Yep.
And now we got confirmation that Cody Barnes is moving out, and obviously Grant Davis is moving out. You take a 4th or a 5th and take 2 people out from the front of it, that's a 3rd. That's a 2nd. That's podiums.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
He was 2nd at Ironman, so I mean that's a win.
Yeah. So I think Brody will be a podium guy, and I think with this support, because right now like he's pretty much doing everything on his own. He's got Rocket Racing. Corey Revels is helping him out with wrenching, and Taylor Bonecutter, who we had on a few weeks ago, helps him out with a little bit of stuff. But I think to put Brody on a program with the support, with the bikes, the bike is going to be there. It's going to be race ready. You're going to have a practice bike and change them out throughout the year most likely. If Brody goes through this offseason like he's been going through this season, I don't think it's out of the realm of possibility that he's a championship contender in that XC2 class.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like him and Gus. Those are the 2, to my knowledge, those are the 2 guys. I mean, that'd be a battle all year long, it sounds like.
Yeah. And Kevin Campbell points out a good thing here, like battles between Brody, Gus, and T-Rex.
Yeah, T-Rex.
Yeah, I mean, T-Rex coming into his own, Nick DeFeo, here at the end of the season. Well, Also started off the season with an overall win by 3.5 minutes, which doesn't hurt things. But yeah, I think he can be up there in the mix now that he's got a year on that second row, and we'll see how JoJo does coming into it. Toby Cleveland, I think, is another guy that can figure it out and be up there. Jason Tino back and healthy. I think he can be up there.
Dude, Tino was super impressive this weekend. Like looking at his times and like that he hasn't been racing, I thought that was super impressive.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. But taking home second place on the weekend, Gavin Simon and then Mike DeLosa in third. What was the time between Brody? Minute and a half. But Mike DeLosa and Gavin Simon, I mean, they were close the entire race. Like they were coming through wheel to wheel.
10 seconds there at the end.
Jeffrey Johnson standing out in the woods trying to get Gavin to stop. Gavin to get some gas on the last lap because he just had like a fingernail in there. And he was on the fence, didn't know whether to stop. And Jeffrey pretty much all but jumped in front of him going into the finish line. And as they're sitting there fueling, DeLosa pulls up at the same time. And they're like in the only rut going into the finish, just in the middle of the track, gassing him. And then him and DeLosa went through wheel to wheel for that last lap too. But both of them dudes rode really well. Ethan Harwell also put in a solid ride, 4th place overall on the day. TJ Brown winning the AA class, top 5 overall. He's been riding good. He was in contention for that overall championship just with the 2 drops, but Brody just too many wins.
Yeah.
And he dropped the race that he missed for ISDE and then a 4th place finish of a race that he was leading and broke his chain block off of. So Brody has those things figured out. And then real quick, I did want to talk about our 10th place overall rider, Mad Max Crawford. This kid is 16 years old. And this past weekend, he won the pro overall quad and also wrapped up the 2025 overall pro quad championship, or the pro quad championship and the overall championship for the big quad race. And then he goes out and races Open A 2-stroke and gets 10th place overall on click that Open A 2-stroke. Or click his name. Where's he at in the points?
One and only.
I thought he raced some bikes before. Maybe he raced in the morning race.
Yeah, or maybe he just rode like just the A class, not on a 2-stroke.
Yeah. Well, I think they would all show up there when you click his
that makes
name.
Sense.
I could have swore that he raced some other races, but I don't know if that might be more impressive. That's the only bike race he ran. He ran 10th place overall.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
won an A
gnarly.
class. And like I said, he's 16 years old and just won a pro quad championship.
Yeah, does he run GNCCs as well or no?
I think so. I think he's got to. I should probably look into that a little bit more.
Yeah. Well, we can find it real quick.
Yeah, see if you can. If you go to here.
I just I'll take off one of these stupid things.
But his brother races too, and his brother's real good. He races AA on quads. I don't see him popping up for
Good ATV top 20.
Well, I just typed in Crawford to the rider search. It didn't pop up. I wonder why he does it. But yeah, 16 years old. So shout out Max and Levi. I thought that was pretty cool. Gavin Harwell won the morning race again and then went to go race the afternoon race on a super mini. Was running 2nd place overall and ended up crashing. And the reports on the radio was that he broke his femur.
Who's that?
Gavin Harwell. 90 pounds, 14 years old. No, but I think he might have a serious injury, but not a femur. But he's been ripping too. Like he's been riding really good. And then next year will be his first year on the front row for super minis. He did all that from the 2nd row this year.
That's kind of crazy, isn't it?
Yeah. But Ethan and Gavin are both.
They're ripping.
Yeah, they're coming into it.
I'm just scrolling through, just hoping we found like. You'd think he would have rode Big Buck or something, huh?
You
Max?
think, but yeah, I don't see it. Like I said, I searched Crawford in the rider results and he didn't come up. Clayton Gant, I want to give a shout out to him too. He wrapped up the morning overall championship at Mideast and the 4-stroke Sea Lights championship, and he also won the 4-stroke Sea Lights championship at GNCC. And you think, it's just another C class. 4-stroke Sea Lights is not another C class. You know who won a 4-stroke Sea Lights championship before? Caleb Russell.
No shit.
Yeah. That class is fast, dude. To win that class, you're doing something. So
I don't know why.
he had
I
a good
thought
ride
he
this
went.
season.
I thought he went super many to. I remember him like 06 riding or 07 riding a KTM 125 and 200A.
Listen, boy.
Huh.
I said that with confidence. And I'm pretty sure it's right. 4-stroke C lights.
It would have been because he did ride a 125 and 200A. He did run 200A. I remember that.
I remember
08,
seeing
09, he was an XC2. Or, yeah, 09, he was an XC2, I think.
I could have swore I remember seeing maybe I could just be pulling that out of nowhere. But so my first race ever, of any kind ever, was Big Buck. And I asked my buddy Paul Sachak, what class should I ride? He said, oh, dude, like, you've been riding for 4 months. Like, just try this four-stroke C lights class. I think I got, like, 9th, which don't understand how that even happened. But then started looking at the overalls, and I was like, that is not the class for me. Dude, I'm searching for it. I can't find it, but I could have swore
200A.
I could have swore he won a 4-stroke Sea Lights championship.
No, he ain't going to be in here.
I Googled it.
It would have been the next 07.
That's
That's
Andrew
05.
Matusik, holy shit.
That's 05. I didn't realize that was 05. Go to 06. I thought you clicked on 06. Yeah, it should be 200A there.
Caleb Russell with a 3rd. So maybe I could go back to
What year are you in right now?
06.
06.
Charles
So
Hugo.
maybe 05 he was on 250F, but I don't think so.
I
I
love
think
this shit.
I think he would have been mini bikes.
Bike AM.
4-stroke C. Nah, he'd have been on mini bikes. Go to mini.
I'm in
overall.
2004 right now, and there's not even a 4-stroke Sea Lights.
Yeah, they make 4-strokes. I mean, they did, but they were dog shit.
There's 4-stroke C301
Caleb.
plus.
There you go.
Yeah, Caleb did not run a 4-stroke C class. He went big wheel 14-15 straight to 200A.
Why did I think that he won a 4-stroke Sea Lights? Point is, he could have.
Still good.
I could have swore that he did.
Dude, I love going back to these results and seeing some of these people that like we know now, like them racing.
Some of us got to work in the morning. We got to wrap this up. What are we missing?
Walker Fowler won mini senior in 2005. That's what we were missing.
He was good on bikes.
Hell yeah.
He didn't he used to like race a B class
I
and
think
stuff
he-
too, like race the afternoon.
Yeah.
Hunter Hart raced B class the day after racing quads there for a while.
Dude,
I don't think you're allowed to do that anymore.
There's
are
a guy named David Snyder who won big wheel 12 to 13. He won every single race. What the hell happened to him? He beat Corey McDonald for a championship.
you? What was his name?
David Snyder, he won every single race. Didn't even go to the last 2. Who the hell's that guy?
Click on his name. See what he moved up to.
Where you at, cuz? He went to the B class.
We're putting out an alert for Daniel Snyder. If anyone knows him,
He went to what?
In Ohio.
David Snyder.
Ohio local. Where the fuck you at?
I wonder whatever came of him.
He
Don't forget.
Probably grew up and got a job like majority of people.
Not at 13 he didn't, I bet. Even the next year and possibly 14 years old, he didn't have no damn job.
Might have got into the left-handed cigarettes after that.
Yeah, I know
From
some people
Ohio.
from Ohio did that.
Don't forget, this weekend is the Blue Crew Invitational at Monster Mountain MX Park in Tallahassee, Alabama.
I was just there.
November 7th and 9th. It'll be the first opportunity for you to qualify for the 2026 YZ Super Finale at MX Des Nations in, where at, Tom?
It's in France next year.
France. So, yeah. Anybody that races a YZ, a TTR, or PW are invited to come out and race. And you can register now at YamahaBlueCrew.com. A bunch of Yamaha ambassadors can be there. David Bradshaw, Doug Dubach, maybe RV will be there. Who knows? And, yeah, the top riders in the YZ125, YZ85, and YZ65 classes can qualify to compete in the 2026 YZ World Super Finale at MXON
Hell yeah.
in France. So don't forget, check it out, YamahaBlueCrew.com. Get signed up for the Super Finale. And with that being said, I think we covered all our bases, boys. Is there anything that we missed?
Man,
Man.
I have nothing.
Next week will likely not be a show. I feel like the only people that have made it this far in this show are the only ones that might care about that information. So just throwing that out there.
Man, it's the off season. It's time to take a break.
Yeah, we'll see if we can. I don't know. I don't want to commit to anything, so I'm gonna under promise and possibly over deliver. Right now, I'm gonna say going to the Monday night game at Lambeau Field next Monday, flying back on Tuesday. So Tuesday is not gonna work. Maybe we'll do something later in the week. The plan is at some point we're gonna have to take a break. The next weekend after that is my birthday, which doesn't have anything to do with anything. I can still do a show, but yeah, I think what we're going to try to do is transition into some long-form conversations, get some people on, interview some interesting minds of the off-road world. And
Bollinger
then
for the 4-stroke C.
Bollinger won 4-stroke C?
Yeah.
See? You know who else? You know who won 4-stroke C Lights championship? Trevor Bollinger. Oh, I can just clip that into that spot.
I won a C-Class championship.
So did I.
Yeah.
I didn't. I got
What'd you win?
8th.
What'd you win?
What do you mean what I win?
What class?
Light C.
Oh, really?
I got 8th
North Carolina.
in
Heck yeah.
250C. But I won B class Mid East, so
Hey.
Dude, let me tell you about my C-class experience.
And a 250A championship.
Dang.
Yeah, come on, man.
Heck yeah. Big Tom, A-class champ. I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
So I did not ride a dirt bike till I was 21 years old. And then I kind of got obsessed. I do that with things. And the first year I raced a full season, this guy that I got second, and the guy that beat me every race, after he wrapped up the championship, moved up to Vet A and won the last 4 Vet A races. So I was like, should we really have been racing C-Class all season? Probably not. And then the next year, this kid that I raced, his name was Wade Furness. It was the most fun I've ever had on a dirt bike. Most fun year I ever had, and I never beat that kid straight up all year long, and it was still the most fun I ever had. Him and I did not leave each other's sights for 2 hours. Like, we battled every single race of that season. I had 4 wins that year. They were the 4 races that he missed for his drops. And then after he had wrapped up the championship, the last race, I moved up to B class and beat him by 2.5 minutes. So I don't know why I could never beat him straight up, but I never beat him. But, dude, we never left each other's sight. And I swear, it was the most fun I ever had. And then he quit racing. So I was like, man, he stole my damn C-Class championship.
Showed up, shit on you,
But
left.
so that was my 3rd year racing, my 4th year riding a dirt bike in my life. And it was back when Mid-East was one race. There wasn't a morning race and an afternoon race. And so him and I were battling. The first race of the season, I think we were like 110 overall, 110 and 111 overall. By the end of the season, we were in the 20s overall, and we were overall in B class from C class. But the cool part is, like, we didn't start that way. Like, we just pushed each other, getting faster all year long, and eventually made it to where the back half of the season, we were the top B riders from C. And, like, nowadays you see kids, like, sandbagging their top B rider from C class from the beginning. Mm-hmm. But, like, that's just us battling so hard, we ended up just carrying each other along. But, yeah, that was a fun year. But, yeah, he stole my C class championship, which may be eligible to race another year of C, and I was the 2019 Mid-East Junior C champion.
Nice.
Yeah.
So I got
Flex
one.
on them. Hell
and
yeah.
then at the damn GNCCs, I've never won a GNCC because they are the biggest sandbaggers in the world. That 2019 year, I rode the whole season in GNCC and got second. And I forgot. Some kid who never – not a kid because it was 25 plus 2. But just some dude from West Virginia just waxed us. And then he moved up the afternoon race and was getting like top hundreds in the afternoon race. But
Damn.
I don't know. That was my C-Class experience.
Kevin Campbell said the guy that beat him won Vet C this year, won Vet V at Ironman. That kind of hurts.
See, dude, isn't that so annoying? Because also you can't protest speed. You can only protest results. So, like, that guy at GNCC, he had never raced before. So, like, I talked to him a good bit. He'd been riding his entire life and did nothing but ride dirt bikes, but he just never raced a series. So it's like, damn it.
Yeah. Tyler Brown said Big Rig Craig Open A at GNCC on an OTP Yamaha for all of 26. No. Absolutely not, dude. Absolutely not. Maybe Sportsman A.
Not even 25 plus?
I would like to run a 3-hour race again. I haven't done it since 2022.
I've never ran a 3-hour.
Yeah.
I bought.
Remember that one in Georgia? That one time? You
Which
sank
one?
your Cowie?
Yeah. Yeah, and I remember the next year I went there and I knocked myself out. So,
I had knocked myself out in Georgia.
yeah, teammates. What's up? Hell yeah. I've had a time.
I forgot what I was gonna say.
What were we talking about?
So I bought that YZ125X. It was actually the first YZ125X in America. Like when they dropped the promo video and it was Ryan Villapoto riding at Randy Hawkins on a YZ125X. It was like the first one.
I always thought that was with Kowski.
It was Villapoto.
Mm.
I bought that bike from Lucas Statham at Yamaha and rode that bike for a season. And then I went to Big Buck that year and I was gonna race XC3. Like when I bought it, I was like, you're gonna see this bike somewhere where it doesn't belong. He's like, XC3. I was like, yeah. I was like, because I wanted to race the 3-hour, never raced the 3 hours. Like, why not? I'll go race XC3. And then I forget what ended up happening that day, but at the last second, Rodney, I think Mikey was out, someone was out, and at the last second, Rodney asked me if I would announce all day Sunday. And I was like, dude, I came here, it was going to be my first 3-hour, and I ended up announcing, and then I ended up in the booth for a lot of that season until the National Enduro stuff, but that was...
and you still haven't done a 3-hour.
And then, well, ever since then, I've been filming them.
Excuses,
You know what I mean?
dude.
I can get a couple
crazy.
podiums and filming.
Yeah.
I ain't doing nothing on a dirt bike, so...
Same.
But yeah, there's my racing career.
Same.
Now I work every damn race and can never race. So fun stuff. Maybe I'll hit up some Carolina XC this winter.
Hey, there's North Carolina this weekend.
Carolina XC this weekend, too.
I'll be gone. Damn it.
Where you going to be this weekend?
Just said that.
He's going to Packers game.
I don't listen to you.
Monday Night Football
Against. Yeah. Don't you remember? We was here when he got his tickets.
It's on Monday?
Real disappointed.
Monday night.
Well, then you got all kinds of time to be
It's
racing
gonna be like
Sunday.
20 degrees. The defending Super Bowl champions versus a team that just lost to the Carolina
I was
Panthers.
about to say, speaking of, they just got beat by the Panthers.
Dude, the only two losses is the Browns and the Panthers. The two worst teams in the league are the two teams.
Not
that beat.
necessarily.
I
Panthers
wouldn't
are
say-
5-4 now.
I wouldn't say that the Panthers
They're
are the
not-
worst team
they're
in the
not
league.
the worst.
Dallas is holding that one down pretty damn good.
Well, we tied with them. We've lost to the Browns and the Panthers and tied with the Cowboys. So it's not looking great.
Tyler, what's your bucket list ride or race for 2026?
Bucket list ride or race for 2026.
This
This
is
is gonna-
Duro up in Michigan.
This is going to sound dumb,
I
but
probably won't do that.
Jack Pine. Is that right? No.
I have to go day in the dirt east.
I got to check my schedule and see which one I can even race. So I thought about, I hate even saying this, but in the past 4 or 5 years, I think I have a combined 40 hours on a dirt bike. And
Yeah.
most of that is riding around the pits at GNCC's filming. And so I could theoretically go back and race C-Class. So I thought about doing that. And I feel kind of dumb just as long as I've been around the sport and stuff. Like I feel dumb racing C-Class. But at the same time, I don't think I could go win C-Class. But if I was able to race C-Class, then I could race the morning races at GNCC next year and then still film the afternoon.
Yeah, 'cause
So
I don't think if you're working for Rocky Mountain, they don't have a women's rider anymore.
yeah, this will be the first year that I don't have someone in the morning race that I have to film. So I have explored that option.
Do it.
The way my mind works, dude. I've been an athlete my entire life, and these past few years, like I'm not competing, so like I have nothing to work towards, and I think that's why I went off the deep end in golf, but that's not as exciting. Like I gotta have something to compete. I gotta have something to push myself. I gotta have something to look forward to work for, to train for, and so that's the only way I can get back into racing. Like I can't race at Mid East because I announce, and I can't race the 3-hour at GNCC's because I got other stuff to do, but. I
wouldn't want to do that
I think
anyway.
I could race the morning race.
Dude, I've asked almost every pro rider that I know who races for a living, and they all said, "Man, if we weren't getting paid, we absolutely would not do this shit." So I don't want to ride a 3-hour GNCC at all.
You just said you wanted to.
I want to just to say I'm doing it. Other than
Yeah. I just got a ride, boys.
There you go.
Stu Baylor, shout out. Damn, my boss just heard me say that I don't have to film in the morning.
Right on.
Go. That worked out well.
Dude,
Be
I just
kind
got
of conflicting with Yamaha though.
Yeah, we'll have to figure that part out.
Yeah.
2026 Rocky Mountain Red Bear Yamaha racing. No, I'm just kidding. That was just a joke. If anyone's listening from Kawasaki. But then, hey, then I can go back and give them a track breakdown. Here's what I saw, boys. Here's what you need to look out for. It all works.
All you got to do is give Craig a GoPro, Sportsman A, Big Rig Cam. We'll figure it out.
Oh, Carolina XC is this weekend.
Yeah, I just said that.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Oh, it's this Saturday.
Yeah,
Did you say Sunday?
No, I just said this weekend.
I didn't know it was starting this weekend.
Taylor's in CHSA Sunday. Return tracking on Saturday, or motocrossing, whatever you want to call it. We're riding local Sunday.
Why is
Saturday.
North Carolina racing this weekend? There's not a Mid-East. Why would they race on an open weekend? Oh, I guess on a Carolina XC weekend. It makes sense.
It's on Saturday though, not conflicting.
Yeah. All right. Well, I just got a factory vet C ride. All it took was running my mouth.
There you go. It's funny how that happens.
Iron out some details. I don't know how that's going to work, but wish Stu a speedy recovery as he goes in for another surgery this Friday. But yeah, anything else?
Kevin's too cold. It's too cold in Charleston. Can't come ride, bud.
We've been doing some long shows, and I can't believe this many people are still watching. I wonder how many people afterwards listen to all these things. I think pretty much everyone. I don't know.
Dude, that's what I was telling you guys before. Like, I had quite a few people come to me this weekend at the Enduro. Like, I was outside the shitter waiting to go in, and some dude's like talking to me about nothing. He's like, "Is your name Craig? Are you Big Rig Craig?" I said, "Yeah, hell yeah." He's like, "Man, I was just driving over here." So that guy was the local, but another guy was like, "Man, we were driving down here from Tennessee and sitting there listening to your guys' podcast from last week." And I was like, hell yeah. So I think a lot of people, like, on the way home, they're trying to get away from their wives or their husbands, which way they do.
Yeah.
They listen, drive down the road.
It is crazy. And, like, people going to work, like, listening, and you get out and work, get back in the truck, listen to some more of it. That being said, I can't believe I didn't say this earlier. This is the last thing, and I promise we can go. Carson Hellmuller. He dressed up as me for Halloween. It was like one of the coolest things I've ever seen.
That was cool.
He had the damn goatee painted on. He had a custom OTP hoodie because we don't have any kid stuff.
Or any adult stuff.
Or any adult
Crazy.
stuff. But it was super cool, man. Like, talking to his grandparents and stuff, and they were saying that there was nothing else he wanted to be other than me for Halloween, and asked if that was all right. And I was like, yeah, that's all right. But, yeah, he came up, and he was all super pumped, and I had the mic on me when he came up to me. I was like, all right, you ready to give me your best 10 seconds? And I turned the mic on, and he did, like, the whole same spiel that I do, like, over the microphone. So it was pretty cool. He gave me, like, a big old hug. I don't know. It was pretty cool. I never thought that something like that would be
somebody dress up as you for Halloween?
Yeah. So
yeah, you could take that a couple different ways, but
I hate that it's 2 hours and 42 minutes in, but I couldn't go through without saying that because that was pretty cool. That was a cool experience. He didn't have the YouTube plaques, though, as some people pointed out. But
hope everybody Mike Kearns has a nice 12-hour midnight shift. Hope you enjoy it, bud.
There you go.
All right. We got to get out of here. Thank you guys for listening this long, especially if you made it this long. Thank you, Craig and Tom, for being here. One of the off-season plans is we're going to get you guys some proper chairs.
Yeah.
Those ones got to suck for 2 hours, 2.5 hours. But, yeah. We will keep you updated on the plans. Like I said, I wouldn't expect a show next week, but we will do some stuff over the offseason. But I'll keep you updated as we learn more. But thank you for being here. Thank you for listening. Thank you for tuning in to OTP. We'll see you next time.
See you.